Yeah, that's what it was that I wanted you to do the Facebook stuff. Okay.
Okay, look at that. We have a situation here where it's telling me I can't do my YouTube because the cameras can't be accessed. It's being used by another app. Wait a minute. All right, I'm just going to, hold on. Yeah, let me, all right, should not be that way. Let me exit out. Should not be that way. Okay. All right, I'll try.
Okay. We should be back in live. All right.
Okay, good.
Okay. Hi guys, we're back. We're just having a little bit of technical difficulties, nothing big. All right, Tim, while you're doing that, I am going to see, I can screen share. Yes. I'm going to see if you can hear song.
Yeah.
Can you hear it?
Outside my window, yachts are floating in the sea. The mess I make gets taken by the cleaners every week.
All right, guys, this is going to be the live book launch. We are kind of getting some stuff set up, so listen to some Down Home, a little bit of Country Rich.
I ain't proud, but I guess I got to come clean. Spend a little more than I should on a pair of diesel jeans. My pockets ain't so deep that my cash drags on the floor. I'm country rich, but I'm Dubai poor. And them boys back home still bounce from check to check. And I'm burning through cash like a Camel cigarette. Well, you won't see me blowing smoke on the cover of Forbes. I'm country rich, but I'm Dubai poor. There's no oil in my bloodline, there's no title to my name. Instead of ticking boxes, I've been working night and day. When that work is done, is when I work some more. That's why I'm country rich, but I'm Dubai poor. And them boys back home still bounce from check to check. And I'm burning through cash like a Camel cigarette. Well, you won't see me blowing smoke on the cover of Forbes. I'm country rich, but I'm Dubai poor. 'Cause every day when I wake, it's all the same. Getting up, go to work, come home and get paid. And I gotta find a way to connect to something deeper than the numbers on my paycheck. Folks with the most to say it with ease. The best things in life are free. But I'm still country rich, and I'm Dubai poor. And them boys back home still bounce from check to check. And I'm burning through cash like a Camel cigarette. Well, you won't see me blowing smoke on the cover of Forbes. I'm country rich, but I'm Dubai poor. Yeah, I'm country rich, but I'm Dubai poor.
right, all right, all right. All right, guys. This is the first live book launch on Web Talk. I am positive of that. I'm going to switch it up and switch over to my camera or my phone. All right, Tim, can you hear me? Yeah, I think you can. Tim, you can hear me, right?
I can. Yes.
Okay. All right, guys. So this is going to be the. I'm going to be switching back from my phone to the computer because people are going to be coming in and stuff. But I just wanted to show you a little video. It's going to be. I'm going to do one more before we really start talking. As this progresses, there are people we're going to join tonight that are going to share some things and show some things that we've been doing in Web Talk, and really just showcasing what this group is all about. I think we're growing very quickly, and a lot of the new people might not know exactly what's going on, and I think that this is going to be something that everyone can see and understand that we're not here to just post stuff. We're here to help people. We're here to help the teachers. We're here to help the students. And tonight we're here to help some businesses and some people kind of get a little bit more exposure to the world and exposure to Web Talk. So what I'm going to do is I've got some people coming in, and we're going to talk to them and kind of converse and listen to what they have to say, and then maybe do a couple little interviews with some people and listen to some things. So it's gonna go from about 5 to probably around 8-ish or so. Hopefully, if everybody gets in on time. I know that Scarlett has already said that she's going to be just a little bit late, but that's fine. I think we're going to have enough people. We kind of started a little bit later than I expected, so that's fine. We have a couple people coming in. So go ahead, and if you want, go ahead and start making some comments on the post here on my news feed in Web Talk. Comment, share, please share publicly, share spotlight posts if you like, because I would really like this to get out and put it in your own words, and whatever, if you do share it, but please comment on this particular post, just so we can start seeing who's listening and what's going on. Now, I know that some of you aren't going to watch this live, which is fine. I still want you to post and make comments and just kind of say where you're at, and as the video is going and you're watching, make some comments and talk about what you're seeing and things that you like or not, so that we can kind of understand and show people where this is all going and how far it really is reaching every day when we do these posts. Tim, are you got things set up in Facebook?
In Facebook, no, because no Facebook, because you're YouTube live streaming from inside Zoom. Okay. With your channel. So right now I got the OBS ready with my channel, because I put that streaming link in there, streaming key.
Right.
So the one of the things that we can do is we can remove your YouTube live, and you put in the one that I have, YouTube live, and we make that the bigger one, and it opens up Facebook if that's what you want to do. We can't do that though right now.
Okay. So we'd have to. Well, could we just make a new post and have one post, the Web Talk, the Web Talk live, and then you could post on yours your video, and then use that as the thing that goes into Facebook?
Oh, that goes. Okay. So, okay. Well,
or no?
no.
Okay.
The only way we can
Well,
go into Facebook now is because if I can't go Facebook Live separately because the camera's being used. The only
right.
way is if we end what we have inside Zoom. And
Mm.
we don't need the YouTube Live inside Zoom right now.
Well, the thing is with that, I do want Zoom so that we can get people in and doing interviews and stuff. So I do need Zoom.
Oh no. Oh yeah. Oh, we're gonna be in Zoom. I'm talking about getting the YouTube Live that's connected in Zoom. Turn it off. And then we're allowed to go live on Facebook. You could go live on Facebook on your timeline.
Right. Right. But I
See?
mean, but that would mean I would have to get out of the YouTube and out of the Web Talk one, right?
No, because then at least I have the streaming key set up in OBS right now, where we have a YouTube channel live right now.
Right.
We do have one.
Right.
So right now we have two YouTube lives.
I'm just thinking, why do we need the two? Why couldn't you just take this?
The streaming, I need the streaming key of yours.
Oh,
so
yeah.
if we can't get it.
All right. Yeah, I say since we've started and we're going, I say we just go with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if we
Facebook, we've been doing things with Facebook, you know, that's just an added bonus.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's okay.
All right, cool. All right. So Tim, a little bit of thoughts before you have to head out?
Oh, I'm going to be here for a little bit. I'm just going to listen to everything. Okay. I'm just going to set up. I need about another 10 minutes to get everything everywhere. I'll put the YouTube and I'll put it everywhere.
Okay. All right, cool. Yeah. All right.
So just 10 minutes.
All right, guys. Let's do this. If there is anybody that would like to get on and just talk a little bit about, kind of their experience with Web Talk, you can. I know that Chris was listening for a little while, so if you want, there is the Zoom link is up there. Hopefully it is, what I might do. If someone is trying to get on to just say what's up, tell me if that link works. And I am going to message. Let me switch this over. Oh, there we go. There's Chris. Just say what's up. All right. Hi, Chris. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Chris, real quickly, you are kind of just starting as a teacher with Web Talk and IEG. You're also getting involved very quickly. I think you kind of caught on real quickly, like what the power of this is. And I was just wondering if you could talk a little bit about kind of just, what do you think about this whole IEG thing and whole Web Talk thing in a short little, kind of response?
High level, well organized, top notch, professional, very respectful cooperation between teachers, students, facilitators, everybody, because we're in over 65 different countries and we better be at our best at all times. Be ourselves, but also showcase to the whole world that, hey, we're free, but we really care about all of you out there who simply want to have the experience of conversation in English. Oh my goodness. There are people in my classes who are so hungry just to have a relaxed conversation. Because they were saying to me the other day, it's I don't have anybody at home to share English with. I may have a few in with my coworkers at work, but when we're at work, we have certain protocols to follow, and it's not a very relaxed environment. So when I'm with my own classes or I'm with other people's classes, they look forward to seeing me because I'm a native speaker. And my greatest joy the other day was I had two people on one of my classes, and I just sat back and they were conversing with each other. Their one was from Oman and the other one was from Algeria or something like that. And they both had a common native language. And most of the time they were speaking English, and they were kind of facilitating each other, coaxing each other, making sure that the environment was quite relaxing. And then I chimed in when they wanted me to help translate a phrase. That's an example. So I feel that I'm more like a facilitator of conversational English more than a teacher of grammar and structure. And that's more my intent. That's more my style, because we have so many teachers out there and facilitators. I really think that let's bring out our own brand, our own style, and there'll be so many different types of teachers out there that people will gravitate toward what they would like at the moment.
Yeah, and I think that's what I like. What you said is that it's calm, it's collective, it's enjoyable for the students and for the teacher, and I think that is huge. Is what we want people to understand is that that's what we want. We want teachers to actually teach what they like to do, and every teacher does things differently. Every teacher does things just a different way. And that's the beauty of this, and the thing that we're kind of showing tonight is that Daniel will get right to you in just a second, so just hold on. What we're doing is showing that teachers have this freedom to teach any way they want to, and the students have a way to learn any way they want to. So it's just it's incredible. And what I want people to understand is that what we're doing tonight, this is about businesses, this is about people showcasing their stuff. But what it is ultimately the businesses that we bring to IEG are going to help support the teachers and the students, and especially the teachers, because that's our focus. That's what we want to do. We want to make it so that teachers are excited to actually teach again. We're looking at right now, we're looking at what's going to happen in the next school year, and teachers are losing their minds right now. They feel disrespected. They feel like there's, why is it that we're going back to school and having to be around all these kids? Because every teacher knows exactly how kids are at school.
It's chaos right now.
It is a little bit chaotic.
People outside of the United States don't know what's really going on around here. It is really chaotic, and it's so uncertain for the fall, our fall in August, September. So this is an opportunity for instruction to move on to Web Talk.
Yep. So yeah, so that's thank you for coming by and giving your words, and I appreciate it. And we're gonna move on because I don't want to waste Daniel's time.
Yes.
He is here to talk to us, and so thanks, Chris. If you want, go ahead and just sign out, and then we'll
Take
get
my leave,
Daniel.
and I'll enjoy watching.
And
All
Teacher
right,
Chris
excellent.
and Teacher
Oh, hold
Andy,
on. Yeah.
I wanna share something to the audience. Very important that Teacher Chris is not connected to IEG with any invitation, a link at all. He saw what was being created. He shared inside Zoom what he would love to be able to be and create further in his life. And he is now just simply part of a growing ecosystem, as Teacher Andy has used for a very long time, of teachers, students, businesses, humanity coming together. And I want to thank you, Teacher Chris, for creating that time.
Yeah.
And not feeling that, oh, I'm not part of a link. I really am not part of this family. That we're going to show Web Talk really what IEG is. It's a support of everyone in Web Talk.
Right.
So,
And I'm just an example. I'm just an example of that, because when I landed onto Web Talk, I didn't know what IEG was until I found you guys. It's that simple.
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna let myself go, and hopefully we can all have. I love to have some big time sponsors, with my classes and stuff. But that will come down the road. So
Yes, sir.
hey,
Yes,
enjoy the ride, everybody. I'll be watching the next couple of hours, and have fun out there.
All right. Thank you so much, Chris.
Thank you.
All right. So interesting that Tim would say that, because yeah, he's right. Chris is someone doesn't have like a link that they signed up with someone from IEG. And guess what? We have two more people that are exactly the same way. They're not IEG kind of someone that was a teacher signed them up. No, they're not. But we're here to build this group and to build it and expand it and mix in with any other group, because I think the more that we work together as groups in Web Talk, just the bigger that it's going to be, and the broader of a spectrum of ideas, and just what we can do with Web Talk is being shown already, but we're not even close. We're not even close to what we can do. So Martin, real quickly, Martin, most people in in IEG and Web Talk know about you as far as coming in and talking to us. So just could you introduce yourself real quickly, and then introduce Daniel real quickly as well?
Absolutely. Well, first of all, I'd like to thank you so much for giving me an opportunity. I'm very humbled that IEG and Web Talk have brought this together, and you've given me the opportunity to share with the world my passion of just connecting with people and growing people on the whole. As some of you may know, I am not affiliated with IEG, and that is probably one of the highlights of my story, because I saw Teacher Tim in a live, and I just followed him, and then he kind of dragged me in and said, "Come on, man, come in here and share with the world what you want, what you like to express." And I'm like, oh my gosh, I've never had that opportunity with anything to come and express something to the world. So that alone was the key point for me coming here and interacting and growing what IEG is doing here on Web Talk. Now, I do a lot of marketing online and interacting in different ways, but now I learn how to do it properly, because it is all about communications. It's all about getting human touch back into the game. So I actually reached out to Daniel because I saw him in a video on YouTube with some interviews in Trinidad. That's my home country, Trinidad and Tobago. And I saw this young man, dynamic young man, expressing and sharing with the world how millennials will come about and evolve in this new world that we're coming into. Now, of course, I'm not a millennial at all, but I always know that I need to be connected to the newest and freshest mind. And Daniel has done that for me. I mean, he showed me his book, and he's going to go talk about it pretty soon. I'm not going to steal his thunder. His book is a step-by-step way of getting into the mind and figuring out what it is and how you like to present yourself in the world and come and evolve in the world. And I love the fact that he has in the book that you have like practical steps, how you could like jar the mind and figure out where these histories that you've had or the stories you've have created, where they came from and how you could rewrite them basically. So that was awesome. Now he also is an entrepreneur. He does other things. And as I said, if you come here and express all those things to you and to Web Talk and to the greater world of IAG, and he has come with value that I think will be beneficial for all these countries that we're exposing ourselves to Web Talk, to IAG and IAG Travel, all those good groups that we have. So I would like to introduce Daniel Martin Francis to IAG. I like the Martin name.
Martin's actually my dad's first name, so you know I got that middle name from him.
Awesome. Well, Daniel, could you just come in here and share with the group and take it away, my friend?
Yeah. So I mean, my name is Daniel.
Daniel, one second before you get into what you're gonna talk about. Once again, Daniel is this is the first time I've met Daniel. Martin came to me and said, "Hey, I see what you're doing. You're going to do a book launch. I have someone that also has a book that would like to talk about it." And I said, "No, never." Because that's how I am. I'm mean. No, I'm not. We're not. This is not how it works. If you bring anybody, any business, any person, anybody that wants to interact with this group and be part of this group, we want everybody to be involved. And so when he said, "Hey, I know someone that, would love to, talk about his book and give you some information and, interact a little bit," I said, "Sure, that's wonderful. That's exactly what we want. We want to showcase how, we're going to help, get him a little bit more connected to the world." So what I want you to do, Daniel, at the end of this, go into the comments and post your profile link so that people can go that are listening to this all over can start connecting with you and interacting with you and supporting you in Web Talk. So with that being said, well, I'd love to hear a little bit about, what your book is about and what, kind of a little bit of information about yourself as well.
Okay. Thank you so much. And thank you for, having this platform to allow me to kind of speak about what I do and where I'm at right now. So yeah, I mean, my name is Daniel Francis, and the last 4 years I've started this journey of entrepreneurship. I became a personal development coach because I myself was very lost. I was preparing to be a doctor. I could not find the strength to actually apply. And then I was just lost doing nothing for 2 years until I was lucky enough to do my first personal development program. And it just opened my eyes to the fact that, you could have as much potential as you want. Like you could be the most talented person, but if you don't have a purpose, if you don't know how to manage your time, if you don't have goals, if you don't have targets that you're aiming for, it's very easy to get lost. And I was very lost. And, luckily for me, I found my purpose in that moment. And since then, it's just been for me a mission of helping young people to not feel that feeling of anxiety and stuckness that I felt that can really happen to anyone. And on this journey, that's led me into event planning, that's led me into doing the coaching, that's led me into like doing shows where I interview young entrepreneurs. And as of recently, publishing my book, The Millennial Mind, which was just it wasn't something that I had planned ahead of time. I see that Martin has his copy there, and I was happy that he read through it. And honestly speaking, for me, I've read all these books and they talk about purpose and passion, and I just follow what I see other people doing. They say, don't create a product with the minds of making money, create a product that solves a problem. And the problem that I saw was that, as a millennial, we have unlimited potential, we have unlimited resources, but we are struggling. So I asked myself the question of how could I help us to tap into that potential and, be more than we could be. And it was with that thought in mind that I ended up, birthing this book. And honestly, it's so timely because the book came during a time of COVID, where you just have this pandemic putting a strain on everything, and basically all your negative flaws were kind of just being highlighted more. Your lack of discipline was being really just pushed to its limits when you had to like let's say be home for a long period of time. Now you have no excuse to not read that book, do that online course, have those conversations with family members and friends. And I mean, I could speak for millennials, especially the younger ones. They were losing their minds. They were running to social media to distract themselves. That's why TikTok got so many more people on there, because they wanted anything to distract themselves from the current reality that was seeming very grim. And even me, myself, I found myself kind of being stuck in that thinking, because I wanted to launch my book on April 15th. That was my birthday. And in Trinidad, we had our lockdown started around that time. So I was panicking. I'm thinking to myself, do I push back this book a couple months? Do I launch it now and try my best? And it's just funny enough, like I'm editing my book at that point in time. I'm reading a chapter called Quarter Life Crisis that talks about, sometimes life doesn't go the way you plan and you feel like it's in crisis, but that's just a part of life. Life is not happening to you. It's just happening. And you have to now control what you can control, which is your emotions, your feelings, and then outwardly your actions. And I said, Daniel, you wrote these words and you're being a real hypocrite right now by panicking, not controlling what you can control, which is yourself. And I said, if I can be inspired by my own words that I wrote, then who's to say that there's someone out there, some people's out there that probably need to read this book. And I took a real big leap and a real risk by launching it during COVID. And honestly, it's been a real amazing ride. I've had persons read it, say, this book is relatable, it's easy to read. The exercises at the end make it so that, me as a person reading, it's not just I'm reading, I'm actually creating practical steps for my life moving forward. And every time I hear that, I just feel such a, I don't know, like a fire inside me just lighting up, because it's like, my mission initially was to do that, and that is what is happening. And it's just really been amazing. And yeah, I keep meeting amazing people like Martin, who read the book, have amazing feedback. We go back and forth on what they like, what they didn't like. And it's just opening up a dialogue just for young people to do that much needed introspection, because we're not doing it and we're paying the price of it, whether it be in our actions, the goals that we're setting, or not setting in most cases. And I just really wanted to kind of help put a light on that so that we can do more, because there's literally more we can and should be doing.
Nice. It's interesting as I listen to you talking about, the idea of, everybody's kind of stuck in COVID, and they're stuck in the house, and they're using social media more and more. And, it's funny because, quite honestly, millennials are starting to do a lot of stuff right now globally because of being on TikTok, and because of, I feel like, I was listening today to something, and the comment was, things that are going on in the world right now, they've been going on in the world forever, but we haven't been just sitting around watching it played out in front of us because we're too busy living our lives, ignoring reality, ignoring the truth. And now that media, that social media, the TV, stuff like that, it's really bringing these subjects to light. And I truly believe, which is kind of crazy, is we're starting to see the millennials waking up.
Yep. If there's one thing I would say, and I've been seeing this because I have corporate clients, and they say, how do I deal with millennials? They challenge everything that I'm saying and doing. And I'm saying, it's not that we're challenging, we're just asking the questions that should be asked. Like, why should I work? Why do I need to come to work every single day when there's a lot of it that I can do remotely? They said it was impossible, then COVID happened, and then all of a sudden you're seeing that, people can work remotely and the work still gets done. And I think this is just the natural progression of things where, when you're in between those generations and the newer generation has ideas and technologies that's different to, the older generation, there's always be that pushback, that friction. It will happen with my generation, when we get older, it's happening now. And, you know, and I spoke about this in the book. There's the last chapter that talks about bridging the gap, where, you know, in order for us to bridge that gap, we as millennials need to check our different, let's say, entitlements or negative traits like lack of patience, you know, lack of the purpose, but mix with the good to now work with the older generation to meet in the middle, where it's like we have the ideas, we have the different things that we believe can help. You'll have the experience, you'll know what works, you'll have the information. There must be a middle point where we can now, you know, both hands clap together towards a final really great result. And I think that time is coming. COVID kind of sped it up unintentionally. It really did speed it up, but because of that, we're now seeing that, okay, you know, certain things that are being done is being questioned. It's like, do we really need to do this in this way? Is there a better way? What are the technologies that these millennials are using that could actually help our business? And I think that's amazing, because this is what we need. You know, you see it all the time. You read about these books where companies that they're not dynamic, they don't change, they don't update with the times, they die, you know. And COVID literally was a catalyst for now saying, hey, you need to adapt now or you will die. And it's not to say that what was happening wasn't happening before. It literally just sped it up.
Right. Yeah, it's exactly right. What do you think? How long have you been in WebTalk?
Martin actually told me about it when he approached me. I literally did not know about it. So I'm thankful for him to sending me that so I can actually join up. And I've been in it since he told me about it.
Okay, so about how long?
That was about a couple of days now.
A couple days. So he has no idea what WebTalk is. He has no idea.
Yeah, I had to look at everything. To me, it's all new. To me, it's all new.
So Martin, when he just said social media is going to be helping businesses, did you just get a big smile on your face and say to yourself, "Oh, you have"?
Man, I have been smiling ever since I met this young man, because I know this is such a good fit for him and what he's bringing, the message he's bringing to the world, you know. Yeah. And I just want you guys to guide him, because I might just go all over him. I just want the teacher's approach to guide him correctly, you know.
Well, great to have you. What you're talking about is talking about how millennials and bridging that gap between the boomer and the millennial. And you know what I think is incredible about WebTalk is right now we're seeing not all levels, but we're starting to see more and more leveling of age group. I mean, we have kids that are like 8 years old teaching classes.
Wow.
And they're teaching classes better than some of the adults that are teaching classes. And they're on a WebTalk, they're on a Zoom, they're punching buttons, they're doing this, they're doing that. They're so capable of using technology. And when you just give them free release and say, look, you know, like you said, they question everything. You know, kids are questioning everything. Well, you should question everything. You know, as a teacher, I tell the kids, if you believe everything I say, that's terrible. Because I say things that are wrong all the time. And sometimes I don't mean to, but check your teachers, check the adults. And we're seeing that, you know, on TikTok. I'm going to use TikTok as an example. We're seeing young teenagers checking their parents on TikTok for the world to see. Now that takes a lot of strength. That takes a lot of power to step up to a parent. It always has. When you as a kid, when you finally take that step of looking at your parents and saying, okay, this is what you've taught me, this is what I believe, this is what you believe, and here's me. And for kids to stand up to parents and say that takes a lot of power. And you know, we're seeing that in WebTalk, that there are multiple ages, multiple levels of people that are starting to get involved in our Zooms and our classes and stuff. And the gap is very minimal in here, in that everyone has the same focus. Everyone has the same idea. Like they're really becoming very intuitive to what WebTalk is going to bring to the world. And I think that, you know, another part of it, and Daniel, this is something that for you as a person who could be, you know, motivational and talk to people and show people, you know, different ways to be better people, there's going to be money involved too. And quite honestly, you know, I look at kids right now that are sitting at home with their parents. Their parents haven't been working for months. They have no idea what to do. They don't know if they're going back to school. They have no idea, you know, where the next paycheck is coming from. And what a gift that we can offer to them through Web Talk to say, look, it's time for your voice to be heard, but you're also going to make some money. You can support someone. You can help your family. You can help yourself. And, you know, it's going to be great to, you know, talk to you and, you know, kind of hear what you have to say and kind of guide you along as far as, you know, being able to share your voice and to share, you know, your knowledge. And so I really appreciate you coming on. Is there anything else that you would like to ask or say or anything? I mean, if you have questions about Web Talk, we're just waiting for, you know, Tim, we're waiting for MyWe. I don't know when exactly he's going to show up, but we're waiting for him. So we have time. If you
That's 1 hour from now.
Huh? Oh, 1 hour. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. So he's going to be at 6:45.
Okay. I mean, I only know what Martin has told me. So, I mean, I'm just basically putting it together. It just seems like a social media platform that is all about exactly what you said, you know, sharing with other people, kind of giving a platform to share whatever particular message you have. It's only been a couple of days. I need more like time to actually interact with it because it's completely new to me. You know, every time when I joined all these other platforms, I had no idea what I was doing. Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, it was just like, who knows, you know? But I'm always down for something new because, and I especially like what you're saying, where it is, you know, it's allowing the expression of self, the expression of being able to teach someone something, and then also, you know, to make money. That is just, who would not want to do that? Especially as a millennial, especially as a millennial now, when everything is so uncertain, it's just really empowering to have that ability to now say, I can show myself, I can teach, and I can also even make some money doing it. So I'm keen on seeing what it's all about.
Yeah. Well, you know, what's interesting is when we look at Web Talk, and you know, I say this a lot, and I think people sometimes don't quite believe me yet, but I believe in the future, and the future is coming very quickly.
It is.
I believe that someone like you, who you're trying to sell your book to make money, you have a product that you want people to have. In the near future with Web Talk, you won't worry about selling the product. You won't worry about selling the product because the interaction that you're going to have will be generating so much revenue that the product becomes kind of obsolete. The product becomes the icing on the cake. The product becomes you saying, you know what, just have my book. And people don't quite get that now because we're in this mindset. We've always been in this mindset of, I have to get on social media. I have to get a bunch of followers. I have to try to figure out a way for them to buy what I'm selling. And what's beautiful about Web Talk is we get paid for the interaction. So anything that you've ever done on Instagram, you've posted a picture, you've posted a video. I saw, you know, I was watching one of your videos that Martin sent, and people probably are commenting and giving, you know, liking it, maybe even sharing it because they like your message. But what do you get out of that? You don't get anything. But the social media site that you're on, they do. They get paid for that. They get paid for the interaction because it's bringing traffic to their site. So they get money. While the people that are trying to, you know, sell their product are hoping that someone listens and decides to buy the product. Well, with Web Talk, when you post something and people start commenting on your videos or asking you questions and you respond, all that is revenue. It generates revenue. And that's just one thing. that Web Talk is going to generate revenue with. We'll talk to you about other things later. I don't want to, like Martin said, we could just throw it all on you and say, hey, here you go, and blow your mind. But the thing is what we're looking at is someone like you could do videos and talk to people and start bringing people in and start giving them information from your book even. And you're not trying to sell it. You're talking about the thing that you love, the thing that you're passionate about. And you're going to help people understand the process of how to bridge a gap, to how to kind of embrace this new kind of society that we're living in and dealing with right now. And all those people start interacting with you. And there's your revenue. And you haven't even handed out a book yet. And what's going to be great is, obviously, you probably know other people who are business people, who are selling a product. And what they're going to do is you're going to talk to them and you're going to say, hey, I think you need to get on this Web Talk. And what's going to happen is they're going to start getting revenue themselves. And it's going to generate revenue for you as well. So there's a whole process here and a whole kind of growth system that we'll show you. But, I'm really excited to see kind of where we can, show you where we can go with all this, because it is going to be pretty incredible journey for you as a young person that's, putting out a book that's giving knowledge to others. I mean, that's beautiful in itself. I mean, that really is, that's wonderful when you have someone who is driven, who has, knowledge to give to the world. And sometimes I think, and we're going to see this a little bit later, hopefully when another guy comes on, that you have knowledge to give to the world, but you don't have the platform to do it. We have the platform. We have 65 countries plus. We have a growing group that's growing every day. And like I said, put your link in so people can connect with you. You will start seeing people connecting with you more and more. We'll try to get you, to come in and, do a little bit more, as far as, Zoom meetings or whatever you would like to do, and bring you in and start showing you, how powerful this platform is going to be for you and probably people that as well. So
I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I know very little right now, so I know Martin for sure will keep me informed, keep me in the know. But like
Martin's
I said,
Martin's in the know.
Martin
knows he is really into Web Talk and what it is about, and just a very smart person, someone that has given a lot of his time to us and has helped us along as well. I truly believe that this group is there's so many people that are involved in it that the power behind it is incredible. You need a question, someone's going to answer it. You have a need, someone's going to figure it out. But an idea, a dream, someone's going to show you how to start working towards that. So I'm excited for you. And do you have anything, kind of some final thoughts for us? Maybe you want to, plug where you can get your book if people want to.
Yeah. So, I mean, the book is on Amazon. You just need to search The Millennial Mind, and the cover will come up with the brain and emojis. It's very hard to miss. And Amazon has a really cool thing where you can read the first 2 chapters. So if anybody is interested, they can actually just go on the page and take a read. Outside of that, I mean, if it's specific, if any millennials listening, at the end of the day, use this as an opportunity to better yourself. Everybody's stuck home. Read, do a course, have a conversation with an expert. One of the things that really helped me with my book was that because everybody was home, when I sent my ARC, so my early copies, to persons online, they actually replied because people just home, they have nowhere to go. So they actually read it, they gave feedback, they did videos. And there's always going to be a positive side to a negative. It's just really for you to start with your mind and say, how can I make this challenge into something that I can overcome, or how I can turn this negative into a positive. And as I said before, I'm looking forward to learn more about the platform. So looking forward to Martin. I'm gonna lean on you for that one to help guide me along this journey.
Awesome. All right. Thank you so much, Daniel,
Thank you so much for having
coming
me.
in. And
Thank you.
and make sure to put your your profile link in the comment section of my post on my news feed. And what we'll do is we'll do something else to kind of promote it a little bit more to get people to start connecting with you on Web Talk so you can interact with people.
No problem at all. Thank you so much, guys.
Cool. All right. All right. Martin, do you have anything else you would like to say, or, anything that you would like to talk about, before we move on? I like I said, we're just waiting for some other people to come on. They haven't come on. So, the platform is yours. If you want to talk a little bit, that'd be awesome.
Well, yeah, thank you so much for talking to Daniel about how powerful he could be on this platform for. I mean, just the bridging of the generations is awesome. I mean, like I said, you need that fresh, young perspective on things. And he said a couple of things there that made me say, oh, wow, I have people that I employ and I'm like, look at these kids. And I was like, gosh, they think so differently. But he says, because they question things, and I'm from a generation, you don't question, you just do as you're told, so that alone is just, nuggets. I mean, I really hope he comes and put little videos on snippets of his book and of his trainings that he does, because he is a coach as well. And I think he'll be bringing so much value for everyone. So thank you so much for accommodating him, and thank you so much for giving us the time. You're muted.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm saying I was listening to you, but I was messaging Bahri, and it's very interesting because, as a teacher, I tell my students, I say that you need to question people. You need to stand up to people. You need to, tell people, hey, that's not right. Hey, Quaylon, I'm gonna keep you muted for just a second. We're just about ready to talk to you, and we'll be right with you in just a second. All right. Yeah, Martin. I mean, it's just the if people would listen to kids, they're actually really smart. I look at what my kids are doing at 2 and 4 with phones or laptops, or when they discuss with me about Zoom meetings that they're on, when they'll be playing, and I'm like, what are you guys doing? And Levi will say, well, we're on a Zoom meeting. So you got to be quiet because we're on our meeting and we're talking to some people. And it's like, how do you know how to do that? How do you know that? And that's their world. They see this, they embrace technology, and people need to see that and see the power of it. So that's going to be awesome to hear from him a little bit more. And actually, speaking about a millennial that is going to kind of blow some people away, Quaylon is joining us. Martin, if you want to stay on and be here, or if you want to watch on Web Talk, that is up to you. If you want to stay on, I think you're gonna like what comes up here next, as far as who we're gonna talk to next. So guys, we're talking about some different things. We had an author that talked about bridging the gap between millennials and boomers, and kind of showcasing the idea of what the youth can bring to this. We have someone on here who I met only maybe a week or so ago. And, it was really cool because we were walking down the street. My family was walking down the street, having a little, strolled around the neighborhood for the day. And we were on a marathon, just kind of showcasing Web Talk and what IEG really is, and the power of IEG. And Quaylon was walking out in the street and said, hey, can I talk to you guys for a second? Can I give you some spoken words, some things that I would like to get off my chest, or, things I would like to say? And Ashley got a look on her face. Tim, You'll laugh about this. Ashley just looks at me and she kind of goes, he doesn't, like, with that look, like he doesn't even know. He doesn't even know. And so I said, hey man, I said, hold on a second. I said, I'm going to show a video. Quaylon, I'm going to show a video and I want you to watch it because, you know, I messaged him and I said, hey, you don't even know. You don't know what your word has done. So he, you know, wanted to talk to us, and I'm going to show you a video. And what I'm going to show you is the video is pretty raw. We were on a live. I was interrupting people. Other people were talking. Not everybody was, you know, muted at the same time. And so what we're going to do tonight is I want to show this video, and I want Quaylon to see it, and I want Quaylon to understand where this is gone and how far it has gone. And then what I'm going to have him do is I'm going to have him redo his original spoken word without interruptions and people, you know, chasing kids and all that stuff. And then he's actually going to, I think he's going to possibly do another piece for us tonight so that we can hear it. Because when someone speaks from the inside of them, the power of that is unmatched. And this is something that, you know, before we watch the video, you know, we're here talking about businesses tonight and kind of showcasing some businesses, but I wanted Quaylon to be on here because I want people to understand that the IEG is not about playing around. IEG isn't about, hey, you know, let's do a live and chit chat. We're not doing that. We're going to change lives. We're going to make people understand the power of everyone in this world. And, you know, I'm just excited to talk to Quaylon a little bit more, you know, after he, you know, watches this video. And I want to kind of get his reaction, kind of see his reaction to this video. So what's going to happen is we're going to see the video. The first time that it happened, it was live and it was, you know, it's kind of messed up. So understand that. And then we're going to hear some people talking about it after they watched it later on. Quaylon, this video, this 1 minute and 30 seconds of what you did probably was seen in that 48 hours, at least, Tim, what do you think? Like 6 or 7 times, and then shared. I can't even guess how many shares, but I would say hundreds of shares, multiple places in the world. I would love to figure out where all the shares are and where it went. But it was powerful. So Quaylon, I'm going to mute you right now, and I'm going to share, and we're going to watch this video, and then when we
Hey, Teacher Andy, you're muted. Oh, on purpose?
Yeah, I was muted on purpose. Give me just a second. I'm going to pull it up. So I'll leave myself unmuted. So I'm going to talk while I'm pulling this up. But you know, I'm really happy that Quaylon is able to actually come and hang out with us. That's awesome.
Hey, Quaylon, we might not be able to confirm how many times it was shared all over the world and who watched it, but I'll tell you one thing, man, that there are going to be people that are going to want to communicate with you and talk to you and get to know you, and that's number one, and that's the key. So, looking forward to watching the video again. It's as raw as you're going to get.
Yep. All right. I'm going to mute myself on purpose. I'm going to mute myself on purpose, and I want you guys to just listen. This is about 6-7 minutes long. We're going to listen to him, and then we're going to kind of see some reactions. So, when it starts playing, if you can hear it, just nod your head.
What are you afraid of? Because I'm afraid of 400 years of history repeating itself on me today. I'm afraid that I'm gonna lose my roots. So I don't know what it's like to be African or American, but I'm looked at as African American, Negro, Black, and all that means is that I better watch my back, because if I'm out jogging, buying Skittles, sleep at home, 400 years of history could repeat itself on me today. What are you afraid of? The truth? Because the truth is, I'm afraid for the youth. I got 2 younger brothers that look up to me like I'm Superman, but I'm getting shot in a phone booth. I'm afraid that the world will burn before I have a turn to have it in the palm of my hand. I'm afraid of meeting my master before manifesting my master plan. What are you afraid of? My skin? I'm afraid of my mama reading my eulogy because history repeated itself again. You afraid to lose your rights? Well, I've never seen mine. We could tie the tear, but we're afraid to be seen crying. What are you afraid of? What comes up to that? Oh, you afraid of wearing a mask, but I mean, come on, my people couldn't breathe before COVID-19. I just hope that these words reach the ears that my hands can never touch. But my words end here. I'm afraid I've already said too much. That's all.
Put that back on.
Oh.
Put that back on.
It's back.
Thank you, man.
Thank
Wow.
you.
Guys, did you hear that?
Congratulations. Bravo.
What was the last line? What did he say? I hope that it gets out to what? What did you say?
The
I
world.
hope it reaches the ears that my hands can never touch.
Can you guys tell him how far his word just got spoken? State
Oh
your
my God,
country.
we're live.
Tell your country
We're
where
live, man.
he just reached.
You're where?
Kurdistan.
You said where?
That's what's up.
Iraq.
Oh, I got Billy. I heard Europe and then
Algeria,
Algeria, France,
Kurdistan,
Kurdistan. Wow.
America,
Man, we're live. Now
Somalia,
we're live.
and Kurdistan.
This makes me feel amazing. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
And this is live. This is going to go to 65 countries.
Oh my goodness. Thank you. Well, once again, my name is Quaylen Bobby. Thank you all for hearing it. Thank you so much for stopping and
problem.
listening.
That's
I'm
perfect.
so appreciative.
That's perfect.
Oh my goodness.
Your word.
Thank you, man.
65 countries.
Thank you so
That's
much.
beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you for this
Thank you
opportunity.
for sharing.
It's a pleasure.
You all have a great
That's
day.
awesome.
Thank you.
Oh,
Hello. Hello there.
wow.
Did you guys like that?
We have
Did
another
you guys
one.
like that?
Another toddler.
Wow.
See, that's what's up about someone earlier said, I heard them ask Teacher Tim, they said, why are you doing 48 hours straight of a live? Why would you do that? Because we literally were just out for a walk and someone said, can I speak to you? And he thought he was going to talk to 2 people in Atlanta, Georgia, and he just talked to 65 countries that will listen to his words, his spoken word about his truth. That's the power of Web Talk right there. I mean, that's an example that I never would have thought going on a walk today. That's powerful, guys. That is the power of what we have. His mind was just blown that you guys just said what country you're from. Incredible. All right, we're going to keep walking.
Amazing. Bye. So, Osama, let's your daughter to talk.
Wow. Amazing.
And there it is, everyone. The incredible Teacher Andy, IEG Columbia, USA, his family a walk. He knows what's going on with a marathon, shares his earpiece, and to see Teacher Bari's daughter on his lap with the beautiful eyes so focused on what's coming. If that doesn't crack you and break you, just incredible. Teacher Andy has reached out to that individual. We will be meeting him again. All of you will be talking to him, as you know, right here in these IEG secure Zoom channels. And I'm not sure if Teacher Andy can talk now. I know it's the morning time. I did message him in Messenger to see if he could talk after playing that video. Jackie has her hand up, so that's wonderful. Jackie, what would you like to say?
I want to say it's so amazing. I'm very sad when I don't come to that room. Because that class is so amazing. You can hear the people say about the scan. My God, I feel so right about it. It's so amazing.
I just want to reflect on the video that we have just seen.
Sure.
Saying that you've been heard, Brother Colin Bobbitt. You've been heard all over the world. Thank you for sharing from the heart. Live.
Quaylon, tell me what you're thinking right now.
I'm watching the video back and my mind has been blown for a second time hearing the response after. Wow. You want to hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I was just making sure. I just want to say thank you from like the bottom of my heart. I don't even know where else I can say thank you from. Just like a full body thank you, because I really did just think I was speaking just to you two. And yeah, your kids were there. I didn't know if they understood what I was saying, but I was just walking. I was practicing my piece, and I was like, you know, this is how I'm feeling at the moment. I want someone to hear it, and hearing that it was heard around the world. When you had started freaking out at the end, talking about, tell them where you're from, what was the last line? I was like, what are you talking about, man? And I was like, and he was like, they started saying where they were from. I heard like Iran, Somalia, Turkmenistan. I was like, when I was writing it, I didn't expect it to touch ears that my hands could have touched so quickly. And I think that was the most powerful part, because I was like, this is what I want. And like, I just want to be heard. I don't care if I get compensated for it. I just want somebody to know, like, this is how I'm feeling, kind of thing. Like, so to hear to be like, your word is heard from like all over the world, I'm like, I'm really emotional thinking about it, because I'm like, man, that's way bigger than even I was expecting it to be. So like, I just appreciate you all for listening, like taking the time for knowing Mr. Andy so he can spread it with you all. Just like, thank you. Thank you for getting exercise and having a 48-hour like live. I had no idea that was happening. So yeah, I can't even explain that. It's just phenomenal.
Well, Quaylon, I wanted to show this video, and I had another teacher kind of, spliced it together so that you could see it and then you could hear some things. We had multiple times that we showed it, and every time the response, it was powerful. It was pretty impressive. And, just to see your face just now, you felt the same way that we all did. It's crazy. All of us felt the same way that you just felt. Like we're just like, how did this happen? How did this random person on the street says, hey, I want to talk to you. And I didn't know what you were going to say. I didn't know what you were planning on doing. And next thing you know, it's just this, for lack of a better word, like viral, like it just gone. And people are responding to it. And if you look on Web Talk, you'll see it. You'll see people are just like, I can't believe, like, I've watched this 3 or 4 times and I still just love listening to this. And it's incredible. And, that is the power that we have here. And, what's incredible to me is this isn't the last. Like what you've done, and you said, oh, I don't want to be compensated for this or whatever. I know what you want. You want your word out in the world, and we were just talking to someone who wrote a book on bridging the gap between millennials and boomers, and the idea of what he's talking about, saying that millennials, they're strong people. They're questioning. They're fighting against the things that are wrong. And some adults might look at that and just be like, oh, we don't want to listen to this. Oh, who cares about that? Well, especially on this platform, people do care. People do want to hear what people have to say. And, I'm going to ask Bahri right now. I don't know, Terry, if shake your head yes or no, if you want to say something to Quaylon, nope, she's just going to listen. All right, cool. That's fine.
No, it was amazing.
Okay.
It was amazing. That's about all I can say about it.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Thank you.
So, Bahri, can you tell us a little bit? Because see, Quaylon, Bahri was doing a lot over that marathon. He was on it a lot, and he was showed your clip a couple times, and obviously you saw him talk a little bit at a different time that he had listened to it. Bahri, tell us a little bit of where you kind of think, first of all, some of the countries that you know where it went, and then just what did you think about this moment that we had with listening to Quaylon?
Yeah, good afternoon, everybody. First of all, I know it was something that sparked, at that time when you were, Teacher Andy was like walking on the street, and from time to time he was jumping into the marathon to check on and to share, and just like that he shared Quaylon. He was sharing from the heart, where everybody was listening to something, and then all of these ears from different countries shifted with, not just in place, but in time as well, and with their hearts listening to your piece. And it was a masterpiece, because nobody was expecting that at that time. Everybody was so focused with whatever we were speaking about, and then all of them shifted hearts and minds and listening to your that piece that was 100% talking about humanity. And at the same time, when you were the one speaking and trying to share your feelings, and my daughter was listening as well, and she was like Teacher Tim was saying, she was just like, her eyes were like this, listening, and she didn't even understand English, just listening to you. And that was a performance, that was not just words spoken, that was like a real time performance, like you were living each word that was produced by your heart, not just mind. And that's what gathered everybody from different countries at that moment. That was something. And I did speak about that multiple times on the marathon, as well as I tried to reach you on Instagram. That was as you said, no words can transmit that feeling at that time. And it's still working till now. I mean, even now, reaching to you and listening to you and, you know, having a conversation with you is something to many people who have heard your masterpiece. That's, yeah, come in.
I was gonna say, man, just I'm getting emotional. I'm not a super emotional person, at least like outwardly. So like all this extra grinning and like I don't know what to do with my hands is just because like hearing my pieces being called like a masterpiece, and like I'm just thinking, man, this is what I wrote because, you know, I'm feeling like this, and like knowing that people are like truly connecting with it, and that people are tuning in and listening to it, and even like with your daughter, just knowing that I might not know what he's saying, but I can feel what he's saying, and like just knowing that, I'm like overwhelmingly grateful. Right? I'm so grateful that we were able to speak again. I remember when I saw your face up here, I was like, he's the one who made that comment. So like, and now being able to see you again and speaking with you all, I remember when people were reaching out to me on IG, mind you, I'm looking out for like scams and bots and everything. So if I see somebody that has like nobody that I follow, and they just reached out to me and they sent me a link to a website that I've never heard before called Web Talk. They're like, hey, I heard you on live, you're great, look at it here. I'm like, I wasn't on live, you know, I wasn't even on social media at the time. So like hearing that, I was like, I don't know. And then when it all came back to me, I was like, wait a minute. He did say I was on live. What if these are the people that's reaching out to me? How did they find me? And then I was like, wow, you know what? This is an opportunity. I have to take it. Let me go create a Web Talk. I want to reach out to everyone who's seen it. You said it was shared hundreds of times. I'm trying to speak and connect with all of them because I know this is just my story. I know everyone has a story, and I just want to connect with people. And that's an opportunity. This is an opportunity too. And I just want to seize that opportunity and run with it, man. So knowing that you all love my pieces, I'm excited to share and know what you all do, because I know all of you are talented and amazing. And we came together for a purpose, and I'm excited to learn and know what that is. So, man.
Yeah, thanks again for sharing that. And just to tell you, I'm from Algeria, Algeria in Africa. Some of us, the ones that were listening to you live from Europe, France, from Kurdistan, Iraq, like in Asia, it's like Teacher Andy and Teacher Tim were listening from, Teacher Tim from, originally from the US, and he lives now in Thailand. At the same time, Teacher Andy was listening live, from the US, and also different people who were not with us on Zoom, but they were listening from Facebook Live and YouTube Live. So many countries at the same time. That was something.
That's amazing.
And we want you to keep doing that. And every time you have something new, you feel free to jump in and share it all over the world, because that's what we appreciate: the hard work, the real feeling, the real people, and real time engagement. Thank you for that.
Thank you, Bahri. So Quaylon, what I would like for you to do is I want you to kind of take the stage, and I want you to do that original piece for us again. Because Tim, let me ask you something. Tim, how do we get him to just be the only person? Can we make Quaylon just the only person on the screen?
I think that'll happen when if you have
when you just start talking, if everybody's muted. Okay, that's what I thought. So I'm gonna mute myself. What I would like for you to do is, however you would like to do it, do that. Do your original piece. If you want to talk about it, if you want to, whatever you want to do, and then kind of introduce us into the next piece, and just go ahead and do both the things for you that you want to do for us, and we'll all mute and just listen to what you have to say.
Absolutely. So I'll just jump right into it. So the first piece, I won't give any disclaimers about any one of them. I'll just say like the title and then I'll talk about them afterwards. So I'll do the piece that you heard the first time. It's called What Are You Afraid Of? What are you afraid of? Because I'm afraid of 400 years of history repeating itself on me today. I'm afraid of losing track of my roots. So I don't know what it's like to be African or American, but I'm looked at as African American, Negro, Black. And all that means is that I better watch my back, because if I'm buying Skittles, if I'm jogging, if I'm asleep at home, 400 years of history can repeat itself on me today. What are you afraid of? The truth? The truth is that I'm afraid for the youth. I got 2 younger brothers looking up to me like I'm Superman and I can't make it out the phone booth. I'm afraid of meeting my master before manifesting my master plan. I'm afraid that the world's gonna burn before I have a turn to have it in the palm of my hand. What are you afraid of? My skin? I'm afraid of my mama reading my eulogy because 400 years of history has repeated itself again. I told myself I was gonna have this memorized. I got nervous, okay. You're afraid of losing your rights, but I mean, I never had mine. People got tears tatted on their face, but they're afraid to be seen crying. I mean, what are you afraid of? Wearing a mask? Come on, I mean, my people couldn't breathe before COVID-19. And I just hope that my words can reach the ears that my hands could never touch. But my words ain't here. I'm afraid I've already said too much. Boom. So that piece, it actually came from a 3-piece portion that I was working on with my mom and one of my younger brothers. And my mom was like, hey, I just want to like create a spoken word piece with the 3 of us, you know, I'll just tell our stories. And my younger brother, Jalen, he was talking about how he wrote his piece. It was like, his topic was like, what are you afraid of? And I was like, that's a good question. Like, and I didn't know if it was like, well, am I asking that question to somebody? Am I asking myself? And then I just really just talked about both. I was like, well, this is what I'm afraid of. This is what I see that you're afraid of. It's not adding up. Like, and I just wanted to make that be known. And I was like, look, I might get in trouble for what I say. And if I do, I hope that, you know, people in the future, people in the present, people not born yet, like they hear what I'm saying, they know what's felt. And this is like the state of the world. Like, so yeah. That's what are you afraid of. The second piece that I'll do for you is the latest piece that I wrote. It doesn't have a title right now. Okay, team, huddle up. Here's the play. My initials is QB, but I'm gonna run it anyway. You want beef? I want vegan. I mean, vegans, they start cheesing, cooking up with so much sauce, man. I forgot I had the season. But what's the reason? Well, I met a girl in math class one time. She said all guys are the same. I said, no, that's mode. But let me get that mood changed. She said most guys are average. I said, no, that's mean. But I'm far from the median, if you know what I mean. You see, life keeps adding lessons and multiplying my blessings. Don't subtract the facts. It will have you feeling less than. I mean, the world is so depressing, filled with oh so much oppressing when they say follow the leaders, but the leaders got us stressing. So give it to me. I am QB, no second guessing. I got your attention, might as well teach you a lesson. Go get some assets and not no liabilities. I'm talking about with food, family, and financially. Thank you. So yeah, that piece, like I said, it doesn't have a title. One of my friends, they sent me a beat, and that was the first time I wrote, like one of the first or second times I just wrote my pieces to a beat. And I was like, okay, you know what? Let me just see what comes with that. And that's what ended up happening. It doesn't have a title yet because I don't know the name of the song that he's gonna be making. So that'll just be my verse for it. And I have like 1 or 2 more pieces that I would like to spit. One of them are short. It's called Cloud 9. And then the other one, I'll just get a feel for like how I feel afterwards. Cool. And then of course, when I go on Web Talk, I'm just gonna go in and And I'm gonna make all of these videos so you can hear all of my pieces. I promise you, I love to share them with all of you. So I'll do that again. This piece, like I said, it's called Cloud 9. I wrote this back in summer of 2018. So I'm a black man with long hair that can't rap and can't ball, can't sell weed, because if I had the tree, then the stress in me would have smoked it all. But people keep saying they proud of me, and I'm grateful. It's true. But those uplifting words will put you on cloud 9. Now you up there with no parachute, and they prepared to shoot you down. But I promise y'all I stand tall. Because my brother's on the shoulder, put the city on the other, put the world on my back, so I can't fall, because if I do, then they free fall too. And when you're hurt, now the blame's on you. Now I'm in bed, should have been asleep, but instead all the stress is in my head, and I'm worrying because who's gonna help a black man with long hair that can't rap and can't ball, can't sell weed, because if he had the tree, then the stress in me would have smoked it all. But people keep saying they proud of me, and one day I'm gonna find out why. And on that day, I could proudly say, yo, I made it back to Cloud 9. So that piece is called Cloud 9. I wrote that in like a really sad time in my life. So I thought I was gonna graduate from Morehouse in 4 years, and like the week of graduation, found out I had another class that I had to take that wasn't offered until next spring. So I wasn't gonna be able to walk within like the 7 days that I've been preparing 4 years for. And just having that hit on me all at once, it was like, okay, well, your lease is gonna be up, you know, in a month. All the jobs that you were applying for, you know, they required a degree. That's what you were looking at because you thought that's what you were gonna have. You know, you don't have a car. How are you gonna, you know, make all of this work? And I was thinking, you know, I'm down. I feel like I'm out. I can't stop now because if I quit, there's like a whole family, city, community, the world's counting on me. Like I can't give up because then, you know, I'm giving up on everybody. And it's gonna be my fault. Can't have that. And I was just up one night. I could not sleep because all of this was on my mind. And I was like, I need to get this out. Like, these are the problems that I'm facing. You know, I'm a black man, long hair, can't rap, can't ball, can't sell weed. Like, what am I gonna do? Sit down, really figure out what I'm gonna do. So that's really where that piece came from. It's called Cloud 9 because I was like, when I find out, like, I know what happiness feels like. I felt it before. I know it's not this, which is why I know it's there. I'm gonna reach it again. I'm gonna appreciate it so much more. It's gonna feel like I'm on Cloud 9. So that's how that piece became. Let me see. There's probably one more I would want to do just because I like it. And my brothers are here, like he's listening, like the two brothers are here. I remember when we were walking, I saw you two kids. So I'm gonna do this piece that I wrote called I Pray. I wrote it back October 20th, 2017. I pray I'm wealthy enough to give my child the world. And if I'm blessed with a baby girl, ooh, I'm spoiling her right out the womb. Oh, well. I pray I can make her life I pray I can make her life parallel to a fairy tale. And I pray that every fairy tale I portray gets replayed and remade so that Snow White's melanin slayed and Rapunzel had box braids. Goldilocks had faux locks and Little Red Riding Hood had a hoodie, sweats, and mixed match socks. I pray. I pray that my daughter and I are an open book. We're always on the same page, and every chapter of her life she will enjoy. But in the present tense, I pray that stacking presidents takes precedence over chasing some little boy. You see, she could have a little friend, but I pray that my baby, my beautiful black Barbie, finally meets her kin. She'll be nervous to bring them around family reunion around the kin. I'll have her warm smile sink in as she walks down the aisle with the man that she's been seeking. I pray. I pray that one day I get to say back in my day, because back in my day, the AUC did not have a Chipotle. And I'm glad they didn't, because I'd be that student that was late to class with a bag of Chick-fil-A and Chipotle thinking, damn, these were not the C's that get degrees. And Lord, please don't give her the charm that her mother has too soon. If you do, I pray you give me the power to tell them no at least once every blue moon. lastly, I pray to one day hear her say, Dad, I love you. Ashe, I pray, amen. So yeah, I'll stop right there. I wrote I pray, and well, the piece started off with a poetry group that I was in back at Morehouse. It was called The Next Great American Poet, NGAP. And we just had a piece where it was a collateral, like a group piece. And that was the topic. It was like, I pray. And after that, I just took it and I was like, I really liked writing about that. I kind of want to extend it. I want to continue talking about it. And that's why I just ended up talking about it. I was like, if I have a kid, you know, I'm not ready to have a kid, but I know that if I do, what would I want for my child? Like, I want the best. I pray, you know, her life is awesome. We have a great relationship. You know, I pray that, you know, she finds the person that she's looking for, you know, with the love. I hope she don't find out that she knows she's beautiful and is charming too soon, because I won't even be able to, like, you know, resist it. So it's like, yeah, just speaking that out into existence, you know, whether it's a guy, a boy or a girl, you know, whatever child I have, you know, I'm gonna love them unconditionally. But it just fit. At that time, I was thinking, man, if I have a baby girl, what would that be like? So that's just how those pieces came. I have more pieces, I promise you, but like, I'll just stop right there, get some feedback, just on those 4 that I recited to everyone, just to hear what everyone thinks.
Hey, thanks, man. That was awesome. That was incredible. You know, it's funny because your last poem, when we had our first kid, we decided that we weren't gonna, you know, find out what the sex was until it popped out, and the little boy, of course. And so the next boy, or the next child, my wife asked me, she said, so are we just gonna, you know, do the same thing and not know what the sex is? And I said, no. I said, I can't go for 9 months of my life trying to prepare to see a girl and all the things that I'm gonna have to deal with the girl. I said, it took me 9 months because I knew the first was gonna be a girl. I knew it. All my friends, everybody, they're like, oh, you're having a girl. And so I said, no, I can't do another 9 months of that, because that was you know, just crazy thinking about, like, okay, what do you have to do when you have a girl? And so yeah, that's hilarious. So Quaylon, thank you so much for coming by and giving us that you know, giving us your time and giving us your word. And you know, I was hoping that the person that actually gave you the link to get into Web Talk would be able to get on, but he wasn't able to get on, because I really kind of wanted to talk to him too. Because what I did is I said to everybody, I said, you know, everybody go to this, you know, Instagram and start commenting on it or whatever. And, you know, tell this guy that he needs to get on Web Talk, because, you know, you heard what he said. And, you know, I think that, you know, like, you know, things are always supposed to happen. Things are always supposed to happen. There's no doubt in my mind that things are supposed to happen. And we just happened to go on a walk at that time. And, you know, we see a lot of the neighbors, never saw you before. And that was the day to meet you. And so that was incredible. And, you know, I really appreciate that you came and talked to us. And, you know, I want you to understand that what platform you're on now, no other platform is going to do for you what this platform will do. And you might not know about it right now, and we're probably not going to discuss too much about that right now. But like I said, next week you know, we'll get together and we're going to talk and kind of, you know, talk about what this is going to do for you. But you know, like you said, man, start posting those videos, start making your videos and just post them. What I do want you to do is, in my news feed right now, the post where this live is at, just go to my news feed in Web Talk. I do want you to type in your profile so that people can click on it and start connecting with you here, because there will be a lot of people that will be connecting with you here very soon. And so make sure that you put your comment, your, you know, whatever. If you look at my post on my news feed, put your link in there, and you know, put that in there. This is for people that are listening. Once again, businesses, we're talking about businesses, but I said I want Quaylon to come on because we're also talking about people. And you don't have to be a business to be a part of IEG. You don't have to be a business. You don't have to be a student. You don't have to be a teacher. You just have to be you. And what Quaylon is going to bring to this platform, what he's going to bring to the people that will listen to him, he's a teacher. He doesn't know it. But his words meant something. And they were powerful. And people listened to it. And people responded to that. And we're not going to stop at one spoken word. No. You know, it's funny because Osama was talking about the idea that, you know, his word is still going around. Like your video is still being shared right now. I know it. And it's just continuing and continuing and continuing. And, you know, that's the thing that is so incredible, so incredible. And, you know, I really do think that you are going to see something amazing and really see that what you did one day is affecting people right now. And I really, really appreciate the fact that you know, you came on and you talked to us again, and I really appreciate that. And you know, thank you so much. Thank you for being a part of this. And let me ask, Super Z, did you see his original video when we were live?
Well, actually, I was watching. Then I heard something.
Okay.
I want to just say, look, Morocco is listening to you also.
Who is?
Morocco. Morocco is listening to you.
Morocco.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Like truly all over the world. I'm so appreciative. I don't think you guys my words. I know you all are amazed by calling my pieces masterpieces and everything, but I promise you, just hearing the countries that you all are listening in from is blowing my mind way more than like anything I've said to you all. I promise you, I'm so grateful.
You know, I can see the excitement in your eyes. Look, this you say something like, I want people to hear me. The same for me. I write some poems and some stuff. I was writing it on Facebook and this stuff, but no one hear me, no one listen to me, no one read my poems. But here on WebTalk, yeah, people are listening to me. That's beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think Murad, real quickly, where are you from? Just to tell Quaylon.
Hello, my name is Murad from Algeria.
Okay. So thank you, Murad. So Algeria, Morocco, Philippines, Algeria, China. Grant is a teacher in China. Terry, Maine. Myself, Atlanta, and that's just on this Zoom right now. It's incredible. And you know, when we say we're represented by 65 countries, we're represented by 65 countries, and it's 65 countries strong, and people are working together to build something that is so incredible. Quaylon, I am going to go ahead and tell you goodbye for now, but I will message you and we will talk next week. Tim, I want you to kind of, as we leave before Quaylon, before you go, I really want Tim to say a couple words to you. You know, you didn't see the first time that he saw it, and it was pretty powerful. And so I would like Tim to, real quickly just tell you, talk to you just a little bit about how, what his response was, or, how he felt about hearing this, and just a little bit of information from him.
Hey, Quaylan, very nice to finally be able to meet you. And this is what it's all about. Real people, one at a time, humanity coming together. And, when I woke up in the morning, got a couple hours sleep, and the talk in the Web Talk Live marathon, the 48-hour glory, YouTube Live, we were in Facebook for a while, different things, in Zoom, and they were talking about you. And so teacher Andy got on and said, hey, Teacher Grant, can you pop open this, go back a little bit and let's show it. Let's get this piece. And they finally did it. They showed it. So when you began, it's just a big smile, you're on the street, you see the little boys walking and they're all over. And so when it begins, I have to walk away. Because I just start to break. And Quayla, I just want to share very quickly, the cure is on. It's a guarantee. The cure is on. Teacher Tim's got 24 hours, unlimited energy. Simply, the cure is on. And I want to thank you for expressing yourself in every vibration that came out, every word that you spoke, because it was actually very beautiful. Because the one thing that broke me as well was seeing a little girl with her big round eyes from Algeria focusing on you and the sounds. This is how we cure. We're listening to each other now and creating together. 65 plus countries. Somalia was there as well during your time that you were speaking on live as well. Just want to share, because this Somalian teacher Abdullahi wrote many times in Web Talk a very beautiful paragraph all over. So Teacher Andy, that's what I'll share. And very quickly with the update with Quaylan, before you might leave this Zoom, you're part of a Web Talk family. And I also want to say that there's a family member who's waking up in Thailand, our sponsor, the Nest Hotel, a Web Talk sponsor for IEG. For whatever reasons, he's not responding at the time he's supposed to be here. And again, humanity, you're going to understand from only Teacher Tim, zero expectations outside of Teacher Tim. And what happens with that type of way, everything's created naturally. So Quaylan, nature's law, we're combining with technology in the 21st century. We have everything we need, and we're very fortunate to be a part of a networking platform, a social media platform called Web Talk, where we can come together, support each other. So I'll leave it at that, very short. Quaylan, thank you for sharing the prayer, because I have a daughter as well, and we'll talk about that at another time.
Absolutely. I'm glad you mentioned that. Everybody who's on this call, could you please send me a friend request? I want to make sure I connect with all of you. I would love to speak with you all, hear your stories, and just connect with you again in the future, and just build that connection and that foundation. Like you said, the cure is on. So I'd love to talk to you again. Teacher Tim, learn about you, your background, your family, along with everyone on this call. So please, I'm new on Web Talk, so you'll see me here intermittently just playing around, trying to figure out how it works, but I promise you, I'm going to get it down. I'm going to connect with all of you. I'm going to be
I'm
sharing.
already there.
Already as well.
We're there.
Already linked up with you.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
Excellent.
I promise you. I'm going in, I'm following, and I'm speaking and connecting with all of you. I appreciate it.
Awesome. All right, thank you, Quaylon. I'm go ahead and I'm gonna take you on out, and thank you so much for being a part of this. I appreciate it.
Thank you all. Bye.
All right. All right, guys, we are waiting for our next presenter. She is just about ready to get on. So Murat, I don't want to be rude by any means. So I know you jumped on, and this is kind of more of a, this isn't a question and answer. This isn't a, hey, talk about everything of, in the world. We're kind of being real focused, and we are kind of on a time schedule. So I do want to hear you really quickly. So Murat, what I would like for you to do is in the next, if you can do it in 3 minutes, 4 minutes, just tell us what's on your mind, man. What's going on? Why did you join this today?
Hello?
Yes, hello.
Yeah. So my daily activities in WebTalk. It's about sharing thoughts of people and sharing my interesting topics and items. So I'm feeling always doing best, my best, all my best for grow and grow the WebTalk community. Always I'm trying to speak fluently the English. Thank you so much for WebTalk and for you, my friends. Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you. Perfectly said. Thank you so much. I'm going to meet you. Guys, once again, this is what this is about. We're here showcasing some people, showcasing some businesses, and hold on one second. This is why we are here. This is why we're bringing in businesses. This is why we want people to come and be a part of this group, because there's people like Murat who want to learn English, and they want to be part of something bigger, and they want to interact with people around the world. And, we are bringing in sponsors. We call them sponsors, but they don't give us any money. We don't give them any money. We sponsor them, no money needed. And WebTalk is the platform that is going to generate revenue so that every single person that's involved in this is going to be part of a much bigger picture than you'll ever understand. And I think that, when we look at the progression of the people that have been in here tonight already, we have someone who just joined within mere days, and he says, I've got this book, and he doesn't know. He doesn't know how many people are watching this right now. He doesn't know how many people are going to see this. We have Quaylon, who comes on, and his mind is he's just going, wow, I can't believe this. And that's what this is about. This is about to help the world. This is about to help every single person. And so that's why we're here, and that's what we're all about. So thank you, Murat, for speaking. If you want to stay on for a little bit, you can stay on for a little bit. If you want to listen on, WebTalk, that is fine. That is up to you. We are going to introduce our next guest for the evening, and hopefully, Brenda, I can bring this all up and it'll work flawlessly. We'll figure it out. But I'm going to unmute you, Brenda. And guys, I want you to be introduced to Brenda. Brenda is a leader of a different group that she can, you know, kind of explain when she introduces herself. She's you know, leads a different group in Web Talk. And I would like to, I'm going to turn off my camera and kill some flies and, and let her kind of introduce herself.
Hi, everyone. How are you? My name is Brenda Cato, and I have a presentation that I put together. Let me see if I can share my screen and share it with you. Oh, you know, the
yeah,
screen sharing is disabled.
I gave you a co-host, so now you should be able to do that.
Okay.
Before you start, Brenda, can you tell us a little bit about yourself before you start?
Sure, definitely. So I am a lot of things. I'm a teacher, and I specialize in digital marketing, multimedia, user experience design, illustration, and murals. I was born an artist. My career path took me from graphic design to animation to website design, and learning about digital marketing. And can you guys see my screen now? So
yes, we can.
Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna just change slides here. I discovered my passion for art as a child. I entered a lot of art contests in school, so that was encouraged. I went to a vocational school where I learned commercial art, and what that looked like is I learned graphic design, how to lay out pages. I learned airbrushing. I learned how to do silk screen, sign making, posters. Then I went on to earn a BFA in illustration from the Ringling School of Art and Design. And so then I started my career. I started out in multimedia design, and well, the first thing I did when I got out of college is I started teaching at the local Duval County schools, and I started teaching art, and I did that for a little bit, and then I left because I wanted to pursue 2D and 3D animation. So that's what I did, and I spent about 7 years working for military contractors and video production companies, doing different animations to teach courseware and to make industrial videos. So one of my favorite projects during that time was working for NASA, and this was going to show my age here, but I was able to create a CD-ROM for learning CD-ROM for NASA that went out to all of the science teachers on the planet. And at the time, we wanted to communicate two things. One was this thing called the internet, and it was this remote sensing data that was now available via the internet for people all over the globe. So science teachers could now include the remote sensing data into their lessons. So that was kind of cool. And so I used software called 3D Studio Max and all of the Adobe products. So moving right along, I started working at this event company, and I stumbled upon this one because I started doing a presentation for Outback Steakhouse, and Outback Steakhouse has an annual awards event somewhere on the planet, and they actually give awards for the Blooming Onion Award, believe it or not. Anyways, so I started doing the graphics for their awards presentation, and then I started working for this company called Wizard Studios International. And I included these two graphics because this first graphic here for the Outback Steakhouse, this was what would have been projected on two 20-foot screens, like on the stage. And then I also have my buddy Dan here with his Cubist portrait. One of the things I did while working for Wizard Studios is I started doing Cubist portraits. So we would do art parties, and then I would do like a street caricature, but I would do it in Cubist style. So that became one of my things that I'm known for. It took off, it's very popular. User experience. This is getting into, in 2000, I started making websites. And I was working inside of large corporations, inside of big brands. I've got some of them listed here. One of the biggest is the United Nations. I was very proud to work there with some of the smartest people all over the world. And that's in New York, Manhattan. And this is the Human Resources Portal for the United Nations. And that was my first project with them. And so I helped to manage that whole project and the programmers. So that was a very cool experience. Moving right along to digital marketing. So digital marketing is also something that I added to my roles along the way. And basically what that looks like is data has changed the landscape for digital marketing. And what that means is that you can now very carefully see what marketing's influence is and what the touch points are along the funnel for a buying cycle or the life cycle of a product. And so by using these high-end platforms, you can now show each step of the way, whether it's social media that's driving traffic or on-page interactions on the website. All of that's trackable now, and so that it has to be measured, key performance indicators reported, and the bottom line is now very easily seen, which is great because it takes a lot of guesswork out of this whole thing. A lot of times in the corporate world, we suffer from something called HIPPO, which is the highest paid person's opinion. And so data is one way to combat the HIPPO. So moving right along, I'm going to show you some of my illustration projects. I'm very proud of this book here. It's called I'm a Secret Superhero. It's a children's book written by author Marla McKenna. And this was my first children's illustration book. And this book is about positive thinking. And it's very affordable. It's only, I think it's $9.99. And I'm a positive thinking person. I'm very much into the power of positive thinking and focusing on positiveness as the first step many times for people getting out of their issues, whatever they are, depression. So if we teach kids at a young age to think positively and learn those habits, they're going to wire their brains for seeing the positive, like the silver lining. And it's a habit, that you train your brain to find the way out of your circumstances. Your circumstances can be completely terrible, but if you train your brain to see the positive, then you can find your way out, usually. So then this next book I illustrated for her is called A Soccer Summer Dream. And this book is about two twins that get the chance. The girl wins, I don't want to give the whole thing away, but the girl wins like a contest for an essay, and they get to be ball boy and ball girl on the men's pro soccer team in Wisconsin, Milwaukee Torrent professional team. And they help assist a goal, and the team wins, and it's a real cute story that shows like teamwork between brothers and sisters. And sports is very positive and self-esteem building, and soccer is wonderful. It's loved across the globe. So football. So another illustration project. This one is called Moms Be Catching. This is actually Marla's first children's book, and it's about a family going to a baseball park, and there's a big event where mom's purse plays a big role. I guess you can put it together, where they get a big catch. So the baseball basically falls into the mother's purse and catches the ball, and it makes everybody happy. It's another feel good, sports related children's book that is very fun, and we have modified it. So what's great about this series is that it's modified for each team that sponsors the book. So you can see this one's a Cubs book, and this other one on the right, we actually changed the baby character to be a boy. And in the inside, I illustrate the stadiums differently and the mascots differently. So it's customized book printing, which is like, another thing that's happening right now. So that's kind of cool. I like that concept. Moving right along, I'm going to show you some of my murals. So this mural here is the sunflower tribute to Van Gogh. And inside of each flower, there is a spiral vortex. And I love the spiral, and I love vortex because I'm really big into energy healing, and I'm into sacred geometry and the natural movement of energy via crystals and the earth. So this incorporates all of that. And I have two pictures here, so you can kind of, me in the foreground, so you can kind of get an idea of how big this thing is. It's like 26 feet high. I had to get up on one of those scissor lifts, and I don't know if you've ever been on one, but they're not stable. I felt like I was surfing. So then, let's see. So I had my friend Mary, who's a glass artist. She came, and you can't really see from this picture, but if you're there in person, she took her glass beads and blinged up, basically like mosaics of the spirals inside of each sunflower. So you have like a texture, and it's very well received by the local community. So I had fun. And then this is my latest mural. This one is a tribute to all of the first line workers. I painted this in April, basically, for a new hookah bar lounge in my hometown here in Jacksonville, Florida. It's called One Bar. This is the VIP hookah lounge section, and so the idea was to show Manhattan at sunset and Liberty, Statue of Liberty here, and the water. And so this is my interpretation of that. I was really proud of it. They like it a lot. So that's my most recent mural. That's inside too. Working inside is way better than working outside on buildings, but I still do both. And then my last slide is saying follow me. Of course, Web Talks on top. But I'm also on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and everything's the same, Brenda Cato, no dots. So I guess the last thing I wanted to say is that I work with businesses, and I wanted to get some videos over today for those businesses. I just ran out of time today. But Yakbert, if you guys want, if y'all are YouTube web talkers, if you want to show some love for my client Yakbert, he is trying to reach the USA market, and what he does is he reviews your estimate before you get your service done. And so it's like you've got your own expert with you whenever you go to get your auto repaired. And that is great because you're not going to get taken advantage of. You'll never overpay. So it's a great service. It's not too bad. It's like $29.95 for the year. So I'm going to stop right here. Do you have any questions? Anybody have any questions?
Yeah, I do. If you want to stop sharing your screen, that'd be perfect. Okay. First of all, what do people have to do if they want you to do murals for them or illustrations or things like that?
So people just need to reach out to me on WebTalk or one of the other platforms mentioned. I have several websites, but I'm really pushing people towards WebTalk because it's like a really easy way to see everything at once. I have a lot of things that I do, obviously. Right. So it's like, that's one of the things I really like about that platform is it's got I can just list all my sides. And, if you're wanting my super corporate self, then there's that. But if you want my more artsy teacher side, then you can get that too.
Nice. So Brenda, tell us a little about kind of how are you connected to us, like to the IEG group? How are you connected to us?
So I was very lucky for you to have, I'm not sure how you found me, but I think it was my angels taking care of me, really, but my WebTalk angels. And you reached out to me.
I heard you ask a question on one of RJ's interviews.
Okay, that's right. That's right. Okay, yeah. So I was asking questions on we're having meetings for WebTalk and asking RJ questions about the app. And then you reached out to me because I didn't know how to do live streaming yet. So you taught me that, Andy taught me that. And I didn't know how to do that through taking the Zoom through YouTube and pasting that URL back over on WebTalk and being able to basically be live on WebTalk and get all of the interaction going over there. And that's brilliant. So thank you very much for that.
Well, and the reason I asked you that is because, as I wanted to make it clear that once again, another person who is not part of IEG in that some teacher or myself or someone like that in kind of our team has invited Brenda. Brenda's a part of her own group. She's a leader of her own, and we've kind of connected and started kind of connecting some businesses. And like she did, she talked about Yakbert, and we actually talked to him, and he's gonna be part of this as well. But she's gonna probably bring a couple more businesses to be a part of this and connect with IEG. So understand, guys, that we're not bringing everybody that, oh well, you have to be part of our group to be part of this or part of that. It's not that. We're here to help everybody, and we're here to bring in as many businesses and things that we can help support, as well as them supporting us. And so, putting these groups together, building these groups and developing different teams together is only going to make WebTalk more powerful. And that's what we really want. We want to be a very powerful group connected with other great groups to, you know, just build up Web Talk and continue to make it grow. So what Brenda is going to do, you saw kind of the things that she does, and, you know, the different you know, things that services that she provides, and she's also going to start kind of doing some classes related to all the different things that she's involved in, that all of IG will be connecting with, and you know, that'll be another opportunity for you to learn all new things that maybe you didn't know about, or just haven't been able to learn. And she's going to be part of that as well. So what I want you to do, Brenda, is when we get done with this, in my news feed on this post right now, I would love for you to write a comment and leave, you know, a profile link so that people can go and connect with you. More people can go and connect with you from this group. And you know, I really wanted you to come in and, you know, chit chat with us for a little bit, and you know, showcase what you can do and what you're bringing to the table for everyone in Web Talk, because, you know, it is amazing, you know, to see all the different people that are coming together and creating this massive ecosystem that we've been talking about for years now, of how this is going to grow and how we're going to bring in people, and then we're going to bring in businesses, and then those people are going to interact. And I do want to, anything else, Brenda, that you would like to say to the?
No, I just thank you for the introduction, and I look forward to meeting everyone. And let me know if you have any, just reach out anytime, and we can set up a time for one-on-ones or do a group call. I'm doing things. I have a Zoom on Monday nights at 9 p.m. EST, called the Small Business Support Group, so you can get in on that Zoom.
Okay.
And then I look forward to, you know, working with you guys and setting up some classes through IEG. Definitely interested in that.
Excellent. Excellent. All right, thank you so much. Does anybody have any questions that they would like to ask Brenda? If you have anything real quick to ask, if not, that's awesome. I think that you've given us plenty of information to kind of showcase what you do and what you're going to bring to this group, and I really appreciate it. And this is to Brenda's group, because I know, Brenda, you're going to show your group this live, because this is some powerful stuff. To Brenda's group, there's people that we talk to in Brenda's group, and I know we will talk to more. We want to connect with everybody that is part of your group. We want to showcase those businesses. We want to get the word out there. I say it numerous times, I can tell you, I can guarantee you that 65 countries will see your business. And what's beautiful about Web Talk is you don't have to sell one thing to any of them. It's the interaction. It's talking about your product. It's dealing with your product that's going to generate revenue in Web Talk. And when you start selling your product, that's just like icing on the cake. And that's what's beautiful about this is people around the world will be able to virtually step into your business and be a part of your business and interact with your business and support your business monetarily, just supported by Web Talk. And it's beautiful. I mean, it is incredible how this is going to work. And you know, that is a powerful thing. Osama, what were you going to say?
Since Brenda is still here, brother Murad Harket here, he's from Algeria, and he also, you know, he used to draw, and he wants to share his art with you, if that's possible.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, for sure. Murad, go ahead.
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah. Hi.
Yeah.
Oh.
Murad, is this your painting?
Yes, it's my painting. Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice.
Wow. Can you pull it back just a little bit?
Yeah, let's see what the big picture is. Is there
The palm tree. The palm tree.
Zoom out.
Zoom out.
The mask in African. Yeah, zoom out. So the yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice colors. Very cool.
Yeah. Thanks a lot.
Excellent. All right.
That's one, and here is the Arabic alphabet. Here is love, the ink, the sea. Here, freedom, حرية, freedom. And here is peace, salam, peace.
Nice.
So it represents love, freedom, and peace.
Yeah.
Nice.
And this is the dot. Here the sun. And here a woman pregnant. And this is the universe.
Nice.
A head of chicken.
Very cool.
And here is the mask, the African mask.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Here the garden or the forest by air. Okay, on the top. Okay.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, this is one of my. I have 3 paintings.
Very nice.
Yeah.
We won't look at all 3 of them right now because we are on a pretty tight schedule, Murad. But definitely, that's awesome. And I think that Brenda might be doing a little bit of our art class, right?
Yeah, that would be fun.
Okay. So you have 1 student already.
Nice.
That will be joining you. I'm pretty sure.
What do you mean by 1? Count me in.
All right.
Yeah.
You're in. Oh, well, there you go. You already got a full class.
Nice.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Okay, so I have a question for you guys.
Yeah.
Can you chat me in the comments under this live on Andy's
my post,
page?
Yep.
Post. Give me some times that work for you. So I'm on New York time, EST. So when working with people on the other side of the planet, I need to know what would be a good time to go live with you guys.
I would say, Murad, I'm gonna mute you. What I would say, guys, is Brenda, put your information in the in my post. Everybody else, connect with Brenda and write on one of her news feeds. We don't need you guys writing on my post. We need to support her. Okay. So if you are listening to this and you want to create some times to do a class and who's someone else, I can hear someone else. Comment on her news feed and support her as the teacher, because that's truly what we're here to do. I don't need the support. I need everybody else to support the teachers. So that's what we're going to do. So Brenda, thank you so much for coming by and showing us a little bit more. I'm going to, Brenda, I'm going to take you, I'm going to go ahead and close you out. If you want to keep watching on Web Talk, that's awesome. Keep listening as we go along, or, whatever, but I'm going to take you out, and Murad, I'm going to take you out as well. And Brenda, thanks for coming by. We'll talk to you later. Let's see. All right. And then let's see, Marat. Thank you, Marat, for coming by and talking. I really do appreciate you coming by and speaking. It's just getting to be a lot of people on here right now. Guys, we are kind of waiting for a couple people to show up. If they do, they do. If they don't, that doesn't matter. We're gonna show a couple videos as well. We're waiting for the author of the book that we want to launch to show up. She's in a little bit of traffic, so she's trying to get home, which is fine because we're going a little bit late anyway. So Arsh, you showed up real quickly. Tell us what you're doing in Kurdistan right now with with your group of teachers and the students that are going, because I think that it's very important for people to understand that someone like Arsh, what he's creating in his country, the businesses that we bring in, the people that we bring in, the way we do this, it's going to support people around the world who are educators and are trying to make a better world. And just real quickly, Arsh, 3-4 minutes, maybe just real quickly, tell us what's going on with you and the teachers in Kurdistan.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Yes, I just, from May, last, like 2 months ago, somebody just joined, and that person had an idea to just gather the teachers, some of the teachers who are very talented and kind of like a rookie. They're passionate about teaching English or whatever. So now the focus on English. So they decided, couple of teachers, group of teachers, they decided to just make a course for new students, or let's say students in Kurdistan. And what was the idea? The idea was to get the students into WebTalk with a link of the teachers. And this will help them, first of all, this will help WebTalk grow and grow. That's the main parts for me. And we know that the more people you join with your link, with the teacher's link, the more revenue we'll get. That's it. And they decided to, okay, we have a mission to just to go for, which is not money at first time, which is not money, but WebTalk will just generate the money for you. So they said, okay, here in Kurdistan, we don't do this, let's say, for free, a month, 2 months for free, but WebTalk just gives you this opportunity to just build something locally, and sooner or later, that thing will be internationally known by many people. So the idea was like, okay, let's get the students from Kurdistan and we teach them for like a couple of courses. Then internationally, people will just join the teachers. They just have their CV, the students, you talk them about WebTalk, how it generates things for them. Most of the students, they have job to do. It's not just like a child or something. They have business to do. So we are, we're not just let's say learning the language. We're learning business together. We're learning about other stuff, and that's all because of WebTalk. WebTalk just gives you an opportunity. The opportunity, maybe you think first, okay, it's the money, but no. Sometimes it helps you to just go for another business, and you're doing it on WebTalk as well, just like I did. I went to YouTube. I had a couple of videos. I promote my videos on WebTalk, and I got some views, good views. So what's happened for those students or those teachers if they just or let's say they have their videos. Most of them, they have YouTube channel. They just put the videos on WebTalk. They generate, let's say, the interaction. More interaction will be on WebTalk on their account, and WebTalk will grow. They will grow. They feel good. Everyone feels good. So yeah, the like 250 students so far joined with their link. That's a huge number for them, for the teachers. But we're expecting more students, because after that course, this course, they will just, you know, create something new, because more students want that course. I will help those students that they can't be part of this course, which is for 1 month. I help them to join WebTalk with the teachers link, even though they don't teach them, but I will help them, because I'll talk about WebTalk with them, you know, according to their interest, their business, what they're doing on Facebook or on Instagram. They can do it better on WebTalk. So yeah, that's the idea. Around, you know, 300 or 275 people, teachers and students, are involved, and it's been like 10 days. They're doing this course. They're having fun. Everyone is just happy to be part of WebTalk and part of that course, of course.
Awesome. Yeah, I've been talking to some of the teachers, and it is really exciting to see what they're doing over there in Kurdistan. And you know, this is what's happening all over the world, and we are just connecting people, teachers and students all around the world, and very exciting. Grant, can you tell us in 3 minutes, 4 at the most, real quickly what you're doing, kind of the level that you're teaching, and what you're doing with your classes, and kind of the collaboration with other teachers, real quickly?
Yeah, so I'm kind of the opposite of the general consensus of people learning. I came across WebTalk, and I became like, I did the adults, and I'm like, okay, adults are fine. But then I like saw the opportunity with children, with a person by the name of Jenny, collaborate with her for a couple classes, kind of started to branch off and do my own thing. And then it's kind of turned into a really big thing. Toto's been a huge help. We've branched out and asked some parents to kind of like secretary the situation, to help organize the classes, make it a little more formal-ish. And I've been in touch with another person who has her own private students in her own country. And she has a lot of students. And it kind of dawned on me saying, well, maybe these parents would be interested in having online courses by me. So I reached out to her, gave her my idea. She likes the idea. She thinks the collaboration's a great way to get more parents, more students, and it's a win-win for both of us. So I'm still waiting on the the finalization of that. But what I really cater to is I cater to the children. I kind of think about like all these online platforms and stuff, they really cater to adults. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I just don't see it catering to children of like 15 years or younger. But it really seems like it's all focused on adults learning. But all these companies out there, they just want to just nickel and dime these parents. And I feel like I am gloating. I feel I can do better. I don't need to nickel and dime them. I can be fair. That's all I really want. And if this is definitely a way for parents to get their foot in the door for the children, where it's not going to cost them an arm and a leg. And that's what I'm here on WebTalk for, is to kind of be like the WebTalk kid teacher here, and hopefully other teachers on WebTalk want to get into it as well, and help show the younger generation, help show the parents they don't have to be confined to a big hefty contract that's gonna, again, cost them an arm and a leg. So that's kind of what I've been doing. So hopefully with these collaborations in my head coming up, they fine tune themselves, they work themselves out. And also on top of that, I'm not really doing a traditional quote unquote class. I managed to get 20 students, 15 students in a class. Everyone gets an opportunity to read from the books I choose that I feel are maybe for younger learners, maybe they can't read on their own, but they can follow along. It doesn't matter if they're 3 and just learning a few words or repeating words, or if they're 12, 13, they're all going to learn at a different way. You know, they're going to take a book that's a little more complicated to understand the concept of, for 4 and 5-year-olds, but maybe they can read the simple words. Maybe they can pronounce them, but they have no idea what the story is about. They can see the pictures. They can get like a general idea, but then you take the 12 and 13-year-olds who are a little older, they're reading, which is good, and they're also understanding the comprehension of the story. So it's a win-win for both levels. And it gives a chance for older students to kind of be the mentor of the younger students, and the younger students to feel that encouragement from the older students. So at first people might go, wait, why is a 3-year-old in a class with a lot of 10-year-olds? You know, for not to put you in on the spotlight, Andy, but like your children, they're the younger bunch, but they're attentive, they're listening, they're interacting, they're learning. So it really doesn't matter the age level, is that they're learning from each other. So that's what I'm here on Web Talk for.
Awesome. All right. Thank you so much, Grant. Yeah, it's, you know, we have classes with all different kinds of levels. It's very secure. We have a very secure way to do this and to be, you know, able to have students of all ages interact with each other. So that's awesome. What I'm going to do is Grant, I'm going to go ahead and remove you. Arsh, I'm going to remove you. Terry, I'm going to remove you. And please listen on Web Talk because we are about to, you know, get to the kind of the book launch kind of interview. And so I kind of want to, you know, put it all out. All right.
All right. Thank you,
Yeah,
Jen.
I'm going to have something to eat anyway. So.
Perfect. Perfect.
I will be listening though.
Excellent. Thank you. All right. So Scarlett, just give me a couple minutes. Guys, before we, you know, kind of get into talking to Scarlett, I want to show something to you. I think it's pretty cool. We've been talking to a couple businesses. What I think I'm gonna do is we have a couple other businesses that we were hoping to kind of interview, and the people haven't shown up yet, which is fine. I might show their video, but we're kind of running out of time. Getting kind of the end of this. I didn't want to go for too long, but you know, so we might do that. But the reason that we did this is we're, you know, about to do a little book launch and do a little interview with Scarlett to get some information. But before I remove Osama, I want to show you something real quickly. And what I want is I want some people to, can you see the screen, guys? Okay, I want you to in the post in my post on the news feed. Here's a moving logo. We're still not. I don't think we're quite at GIF level in Web Talk, but this is kind of what we're gonna do. Our IEG logo. I think it looks incredible. You know, but I wanted everybody to see that because in the near future we're gonna start talking about what this logo is really going to mean. And I really want to thank Osama before you leave. I know I feel like it's really early in the morning for you right now. And so I really appreciate you getting on. But Osama is the one that put that logo together. And guys, let me tell you something. I think I have good ideas. And you know, sometimes I'll say something and in my head I think it's wonderful. And thank goodness people say no and continue on their way and do what they feel is right, because what I had in my mind was awful compared to what this logo is. And so I am really happy that Osama just kept working on it. And you know, I told him, and I tell everybody else that, you know, a lot of times I show Ashley, and Ashley is the voice that of reason for me. And you know, she kept putting in her input as well, and you know, kind of saying, hey, this is what you should say, this is what you should say. And you know, Osama's wonderful and listen to it, and quite honestly, like he saw the idea, and we kind of built it. And just like everything else that we do in here, you know, Grant just left, and you know, Grant spent hours guiding me along on how to make a live in Web Talk, and all these things that we're doing. This isn't me being smart. It isn't. It's everybody else, you know, putting in the effort and putting in the time and building this community. And you know, as you're listening to the different people come in and talk and share their, you know, everything that they've shared in this last, you know, live, I mean, it's just incredible. People are amazing. And you know, I just appreciate everybody, you know, bringing their best part to Web Talk. And that's what I think is beautiful, is I keep telling teachers, just teach what you love. That's all you need to do. Don't worry about anything else. And everybody is really showing that they have their specific thing that they love, and they're just doing it. And it's incredible. So Osama, you know, if you want to unmute yourself, thank you so much for doing that. Thank you for, you know, being the guy that's been doing, you know, the marathons and all this stuff. And just thank you so much for being a part of that. You know, we just had Grant who I kind of forgot to tell him I was talking to Quaylon, but Grant put together the video, put all the video together to showcase kind of the Quaylon piece. So Grant, thank you so much for doing that as well. And Osama, thank you for doing that logo. It's awesome.
It's my pleasure. And you know, as usual, I keep saying that and you keep forgetting. This is a learning process. So even when I put some time or, you know, some thinking into producing something new, it's not like that, you know, I'm bringing something new to the table. No, it's even new to me as well. So this is a learning process. So I am a learner as well. It's not like I'm teaching this or, you know, right. This is as a work. I don't consider this as a work, but this is something fun for me as well. So
awesome.
Yeah, no worries.
All right, thank you. All right, Bahri, I'm gonna take you on out. So thank you so much for taking the time and being on this. All right, so guys, we have we had a couple other people that were supposed to, you know, showcase their business. They've actually been showcased in Web Talk already. They've their videos and stuff have been shown in the different Zooms, and so we have showcased them already. So I'm not too sad about you know, not showcasing them at this moment. The people that were in today were all new people, and I really appreciate them coming in and being a part of this. Here's the thing. This is what I envisioned for this live, is to bring people in and have them talk and show, you know, who they are and their businesses and things like that, and really show that this is a community that is going to support each other all around. One of the things that I'm not going to get into too much, but an idea that I've had, and we're going to expand upon it, is you just saw a logo. And what we're going to do is we're going to create some different ideas. This is all, you know, this is brainstorming for me right now, so don't take this all at 100%. But what we're going to do is businesses are going to have on their business page IEG logos. So when you go, and you're going to have logos with your stuff too, teachers and students, everyone is going to have an IEG logo. Why? Because other groups are going to see that IEG and be like, wow, I need to be part of this group. Another thing is, if I'm going through and I'm checking out different businesses and I see IEG, that means I need to interact with them and support them, because the businesses are supporting the teachers and the students. Okay, we are supporting the businesses by interacting and generating revenue for them, but they are also going to be put in places where they do the most help for teachers. Okay, so we'll talk about that more. I don't want to get too much into that. You know, we're getting close to the end of the time. I want to introduce Scarlett as kind of the final act. I had you know, suggested this a while back and said, hey, you know, I would really love to do a book launch and kind of showcase what WebTalk can do. And she, of course, said yes, which is lucky for me because this is for me. Okay, this isn't for Scarlett. I'll be dead honest. You know, we're doing this, but this is for us, for IEG to show to everybody in WebTalk. Look what we're doing. We're doing some powerful stuff right now. And if you aren't, I mean, if you aren't impressed at what just happened in the last couple hours, man, it has been incredible seeing the different people coming in and talking and expressing and showing different things. So Scarlett, I want to, you can go ahead and I'll unmute you. Scarlett, tell us a little bit about White Fox. Tell us a little bit about yourself, and then we'll kind of move on from there.
Okay, Andy, thank you so much for having me, by the way, and for encouraging me to do this. So that's awesome. I am Scarlett Raven. I started a company called White Fox Holistic in 2007. It was about massage and herbal organic tinctures and topicals. It has evolved into a cannabis brand, also evolved into a CBD wellness brand. We've gotten some awards from High Times, and it's a beautiful, all organic, ritualistic based herbal healthcare line. And then I'm also an international best-selling author. So I've written books before, but the way Andy and I got connected was as soon as Homestay hit, I had just completed my third book and I needed an editor. And I kind of did a Facebook post and Andy responded, said, I'm a teacher. And I was like, that's perfect. Can you help me? And so he edited my newest book for me, and it's a game changer. It's a beautiful book. He also introduced me to WebTalk, which is amazing because someone like me has been shadow banned from other social media channels. So when you guys are looking at Amazon or you're looking at Facebook or Instagram, even LinkedIn, you're being shown what someone else wants you to see. And someone like me doesn't have the right to pay for advertisements on Facebook or Instagram. I don't have the right to even promote my YouTube videos. I've been banned from receiving reviews of my book on Amazon. So for me to link up with someone like Andy that's really passionate about these new platforms, it feels amazing to have an avenue where I can speak what I'm doing, share with more people that I don't know, and get the word out there. So this means a lot to me, for sure.
All right, no problem. Yeah, I just, you know, it's interesting because, you know, I've kind of watched White Fox grow throughout the years, kind of from afar, but also, you know, every once in a while interacting and stuff, and then, you know, just being able to, you know, kind of see the growth and see where it's going, and then, you know, when I saw WebTalk and, you know, when I saw what you're doing, I was just like, man, this is a great connection. This is a great place for her to be and to get her voice out a little bit more. So, you know, I think it's a great thing. And I think it's something that, you know, people around the world, once again, we will say that, you know, I will want Scarlett to, on the post at the end of this, to put her, you know, profile link so that you guys can connect and start interacting even more. Because once again, I don't know how many times I have to say it, businesses, if we interact with them and support them, we're helping our teachers. And ultimately, that's what we're wanting to do. Scarlett hasn't paid me any money to be part of this. Scarlett hasn't paid, I don't pay, you know, Scarlett to be on here, because that's not what WebTalk is about. WebTalk is generating revenue within WebTalk, and you don't have to spend money to do this. And, you know, as she talks about her book, if you guys have questions, I'm sure she'll make a post.
I will.
Guys, and you guys can, you know, interact with her on her news feed, not my news feed. Please don't do that. That is not what I'm here for. I don't need you to support it, but I do need you guys to comment, you know, as far as like what I said, as far as who saw it, where, you know, how far this went, because this is really going to be something that we're going to be able to show people, look, if you're a business with us, you're instantly connected around the world. You really are. So Scarlett, can you tell us a little bit about your book?
Yeah, for sure. So my sole mission here on earth is to connect with people and show them that there's more than what you can see with your eyes available in this world. And a lot of us are wanting to feel love and safety and bliss in our daily lives and live outside of pain and suffering and fear. And that's totally possible. So this book is all about how to get you there. And it came from a vision on psilocybin mushrooms. You don't need to take psilocybin mushrooms to see these other worlds, but the spirit of psilocybin came to me and spoke to me about people that are living in the three-dimensional world without accessing all these beautiful other realms. And the other realms carry messages that guide you into what you want in life. They carry visions that will show you things that'll fulfill your soul. So this book takes you into a love revolution. It shows you how to love yourself and how to live in love. And when you live in love, you live from the heart and you access all of these other worlds. And when you live in fear, you don't have the access. So it's a healing book. It's a guided book. It talks about how to have a safe, sacred journey on psilocybin mushrooms, if that's something that you want. And there is a really cool thing that happened in regards to this book. From the spirit of psilocybin, they came to me in a vision and they said, due to the laws that have been put in place to prohibit people from having access to this medicine, these teachings cannot hit mainstream media or society. So they said, if you trademark the word psilocybin, you can then use that word on a product that can be in Safeway, Whole Foods, King Soopers, whatever. And then people will start to have access to this teaching without psilocybin actually being in the jar. So you go, you buy a jar of chocolate, the brand name is psilocybin because we got the trademark, and then you go to the website and then you're blown open to have access to all these different teachings. So we're infiltrating mainstream society with a really sneaky way of going around the laws that never should have been there in the first place, which is probably why I'm banned on all these social media channels now that I think about it. But it's a powerful trademark, and it's not about selling you a product. It's about opening your mind to these other worlds and giving you access to these teachings that you never should have been blocked from in the first place. Because people are on medications, they're on pain meds that are ruining their liver, they're on antidepressants, they're shut off from accessing the earth and everything that we came here to access as a soul. We're a soul in a human body. And to think that that's all that there is you're limiting yourself. You're limiting yourself from having a blissful, crazy, enlightening life in this time. So Andy, if you could just talk for 1 minute, my battery's about to die and I'm gonna run and get my charger.
Okay, not a problem. Not a problem. So guys, what I think is incredible about this is that, you know, when I was reading the book and, you know, check it out, you know, being able to trademark something that you created, that you made something like you understand the power of what it is. And, you know, I think about the book that you know, Daniel was talking about. It's the thing that he is most focused on, the thing that he loves the most. And these both of these authors are putting their, you know, their heart, their emotion into it, and being able to trademark that is incredible. So yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so another educational piece for you guys about trademarks is there's not one kind of trademark. There are supplemental registered trademarks, which actually don't prohibit anyone else from using the word. So a lot of people are like, how can you own that word? You are a horrible person. I don't own the word. You can also use the word. What I did was get a supplemental registered trademark, which means all I did was open the door for myself to use it on branded products. And it doesn't give me the right to sue or prohibit anyone else for also doing the same thing. So that's the new world. It's not about taking and owning. It's about creating new opportunities and allowing everyone else to do the same thing for themselves if they so choose. But the shaming and the finger pointing is really just taking away from the point of why you're here. Like, you're here to tap into something greater. And when we allow everything to become a medicinal experience instead of a good or bad dualistic experience, then we're getting the opportunities of evolving our soul. So it's really, it's about your mindset. It's about compassion. It's about love. It's about opportunity, forgiveness, sharing. Like, to have this platform, live streaming and being in all these other, you know, portals, we're sharing love, we're sharing support, we're sharing community, and we're putting that out there in a world where it's primarily based on sharing fear and drama with you through all these different social media networks. So just to speak to, make sure you know what you're putting in front of you, make sure you know what you're absorbing, make sure you're supported. And then if you feel like learning what it feels like to live a blissful life in love, no matter what is going on around you, that's totally possible. That's how I live my life. And my prayer is that other people learn how to live their lives in that same way. No one needs to be in suffering anymore. And my daily prayer for my meditation every single morning is, may my thoughts, words, and actions help to end the suffering for all beings in this world. And for us all to carry this intention of, I'm going to take full responsibility of me and all my shit, and I'm going to make sure I'm a good person and I treat you right. If we all just do that, we are golden. We are golden as a globe. We don't need to do this dualistic pain back and forth anymore. Own your pain, transmute it. This book will show you how to own your pain. It'll show you how to breathe into those places that feel uncomfortable, because the second you do that, the second you're free from it. But if you choose to throw it on someone else with a comment or a nasty vibe, it's just perpetuation. So we're at this moment in time and a crossroads on the planet of, do you want to perpetuate pain and suffering, or do you want to be the change that ignites love and compassion? And that is everyone's own individualistic choice. So my prayer is that this book supports the choice of helping people get to a place of love, compassion, and support of their communities. No matter where anyone else is, or no matter what anyone else is feeling, love them where they are. Love yourself where you are. Live in love, share love, and we're good.
I mean, it really is that simple, right?
Yeah.
Quit being a jerk. Everything's great. Yeah, that's awesome. So where can we find the book if we want it?
Yeah, so I have the book. It's available at whitefoxnectars.com. That's my CBD herbal wellness website. It's also available on Amazon and Lulu. So if you prefer that kind of vibe, just type in psilocybin transmissions and it'll come up on those two portals. If you want to buy direct from my website, go to www.whitefoxnectars.com. And from that place, you'll be able to see, I think it links you to my personal profile for my workshops and stuff, but then you'll get to see all the other herbal alchemy that we share.
Okay. Yeah, and go ahead and put those addresses in the news feed as well, so that people can go ahead and just click right on there. Anything else that you wanna talk to us about? I know that you're kind of just running in real fast, and I was hoping to get a little bit more of interaction from people, but I think what you're doing right now is fine, as far as people being able to listen and hear, and once again, if you want to interact more with Scarlett, please do it on her newsfeed, not mine. Anything else?
I'll do a post on Web Talk and show a picture of the book. And if anyone has any questions or anything, just message me. If you can share the post so that we can get over these hurdles of being blocked from sharing it, we would greatly appreciate that too.
Yeah, that'd be great. If you see the post, this is how you support a business. She just said it. Can you share it? Yes, you can. So that we want to do, and we want to plug this all over the place. So yeah, when you look at Scarlett's news feed, please share it out, and interact and support her that way. And all we're going to do is support more and more and more. And, you know, there's going to be some things that I've kind of been thinking about as far as like, you know, what like next level stuff, what we can do to support. And you know, we're not going to talk about that right now because I need to, you know, say that to at least 2 or 3 people that will say either yes or no to my silly ideas. And, you know, I appreciate you coming in, and I really do. And I appreciate you being part of this. And I appreciate that you know, kind of gave me the opportunity to interview you and do this because, you know, I think personally, I think that this is kind of a preview of what's going to happen a lot more as more and more businesses come in. We're going to have these kind of things where people can come in and showcase, you know, their business, what they have, what they want. You know, it's pretty cool to see like every person that came in that was kind of showcasing things, they're doing it differently. Mm-hmm. They came at it with a completely different approach. And, you know, I really like that because to me, that's exactly what it is. People bringing their passion to this platform. And, you know, we are more than willing to help you in promoting and building, you know, building interaction with White Fox and yourself. So if you have anything else that you want to talk about, Scarlett.
No, I would say I'm good. I thank you for having me and creating this. And I can already feel it's just going to grow and grow and grow and become something really beautiful. So thank you.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. Well, I'll let you go. I know you you had a busy day and you're going a little crazy. So, you know, I will let you go. And, but
thank you.
Bye. I appreciate it.
Okay. Thanks.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. You know, I'm kind of surprised we're right at 8:06. I said, you know, 5 to 8. So we're at 8:06. Tim, I'm not going to show those videos right now. I had a couple of those other promotional videos to show, but I just feel like where we're ending right now is perfect. And just, you know, the people that came in and what they shared is just incredible. Thank you to everybody that showed up, and thank you for, you know, giving your time to us, because man, this was, I swear everything that is Web Talk related is at such a high level that it's mind boggling to me to have conversation and interact with people that are so, you know, just strong, powerful people. And it's been pretty awesome. So Tim, do you have anything else you want to say real quickly before we head out?
I shake my head, you know, and that's also, you know, kind of an impossible thing. Really it's just simple, guys, especially in Web Talk. We're talking about supporting the individuals that you heard. You're going to meet them all in secure Zooms. Once you connect, send them the connection request, and to the new ones, the Quaylands, to the Scarletts, and to the Daniels in Web Talk. We will be patient with you as you learn who is sending you connection requests in Web Talk. Please do your very best to check their news feed to see who they are and connect, because that's going to be the efficient way where we can truly support you. If you have a news feed of individuals that are based about what this is, growing humanity correctly, supporting them. And that really is what I simply want to say, is when Teacher Andy is saying, you know, go support them instead of Teacher Andy, many of you might not be able to because you're not connected. You can't write something yet. That's okay. Give that emoji. You can still give the emoji. And that is still something. That's something for you. One beautiful, beautiful point to redeem in the future to travel. And also to the individuals giving their time for you. And also Brenda, a Web Talker who's been for a while and presented herself. All of you have an opportunity now to connect with her and create environments in Zoom based on your passion. And she showed multiple interests and passion. So that's a very beautiful ending, Teacher Andy, and thank you for organizing this all. You know, you continue in your 24 hours on 24 hours on 24 hours to actually build a more solid foundation. And like you said a month ago, there's a home being built. The walls are up. The furniture now is being put in. The Web Talk Lives, the groups, without thinking about an app. Let the app come when it comes. Let RJ continue his truly humanitarian, work, his passion work. And all of us will stand together and continue to grow and share. And that's the key. So really nice to have Scarlett there at the end share, because being banned and others, and we know now what Web Talk is. It's going to be about whoever wants to be attracted to it. They're going to support her and grow her and make it even more known. And that's where I'll end this amazing live.
Yeah, guys. If you are listening to the recording, because the live is about to end, I'm about to hit end on this. If you are listening to the recording, I do want you to comment if you have anything that you want to say in this on this particular post. I know most of the time I tell you not to. This is one that I do want you to do. I want you to comment. I want you to share. I want you to share publicly. I want you to get this out there and really showcase what we've got, because we have got something amazing and people just don't get what we have already in Web Talk. And this is, to me, this is if people watch this from beginning to end, watch out for I can't even say it, IEG. Watch out for us, because this is incredible stuff right now. And I'm just so excited. I really am. I was so excited all day for this. And, when people started saying, yeah, I want to come in and interview, I was just like, oh man, I hope they all do. And, because man, what a showcase of wonderful people that are all connected through Web Talk. And so with that being said, I'm gonna end it now, and make sure that you comment, make sure that you share, make sure, if you want to tell where you're from, show Quaylon where his words really went, show Danielle where his words are gonna go, show everybody that there's some people in here that they need to connect with. Awesome stuff. So thanks, guys. I'm out for the night, and I will see you all in another live at another time.